Hello.
Yo,
Hi, Josh. How are
hey,
you?
munching on dinner? I'm okay. How about you?
What you munching on?
Pringles.
Pringles for dinner?
See, I didn't say it was for dinner. It could have
You
just been
said
a part of
munching
my
on
dinner.
dinner.
Yes, and it could be a part of my dinner.
No, that's dessert
Used
after
correctly,
dinner.
it's my entire dinner.
You said munching on
Um,
dinner. I assume Pringles are like a dessert after dinner, but for the actual dinner should not be the
no,
case.
chips can be a side.
Only in America.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I saved the other can for dessert.
Oh, great. It does not make me feel any better.
This is why I'm a strong advocate that containers shouldn't have serving sizes on. Like, the serving size should be the entire container. I'm tired of having to multiply. Just kidding. I don't even look at nutrition facts.
Oh boy.
So yeah, kind of mad at Darkest Dungeon. Thought I understood the game. Then just go into a dungeon and, like, not even a boss battle, just one of, like, the second battle. I'm like, why are they completely overwhelming us?
Because
Oh, I do it.
that's the point of the entire game. You're supposed to be overwhelmed and it's supposed to seem like an impossible situation.
How do I put it? No, that happened, and that was thrilling. Like, that was a few missions before where I got an achievement for it because everyone was stressed out. And one of them was on the verge of dying to a heart attack. And then I beat the Prophet. Like, while two of them had 0 health, and one of them had 180 stress.
That's beautiful.
Yes. This other time was not that. This was like... This was like Jedron getting nuked from orbit before even rolling initiative. But, like, they were fully leveled, and this was just a random encounter on the way, and he failed the first death throw. I don't understand. I mean, I do understand, but I don't want to.
What's up, guys?
Oh, hi.
Hey.
How we doing?
We're doing good.
Doing
I was
good?
doing some practice for Katana Zero learning how to speedrun the game.
Okay.
Practice?
Yeah, so like I was basically just like running through the game just to remember like the layout of everything and starting to figure out like what the best way to like do certain stages is.
Have you
practice.
already beat it?
Yeah, I've beaten Katana Zero like 5 times now.
So, good game then.
Yeah, very good game. I enjoy it a lot. Wait, what?
Okay.
How the fuck did he do that? Hold up. Sorry. Can he reflect those bullets? I assume he did. No, he didn't. Okay. I understand what he did.
I find it funny that what's his name? Darrow, but the person.
Shane.
Shane Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
I find it funny that he was like, "Oh wait, we leveled up. I didn't do my homework." Meanwhile, for me, it's a little too easy because even though I have to look at spell lists, I'm so restricted that like I had literally 4 options and I had to pick 2 of them. And it's just like, well, I already picked the 2 I liked last level, so yeah.
Yeah. I feel
Choose
like I was the
those
only one
options.
that did my homework and actually did it ahead of time.
What? No. No, I did it like the day after, I think, or
I think I did it right then when we were done. I mean, mine was easy. I just added hit points and a couple of 1 point of strength and 1 point of dexterity, and that was it.
oh yeah, I did a
Yeah.
bunch of research and did I wait? What?
Hmm. But
Oh, I yeah. I guess I took a feat instead of the points. Okay. Damn, could have maxed out dexterity.
I took the points because I see myself like needing a little bit more points in the things that I'm specifically good at the party. So
Yeah.
I saw that a lot of the times were depending on me for like survival checks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like survival perception a few people have, but
Yeah,
like
perception. Yeah.
so I took a wisdom 2-point
Okay.
lead.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the other reason I thought of Dex was because that immediately helps out in the defense rolls and initiative.
Yeah, Dex is probably gonna be my next because I mean I already have quite a lot in dexterity. Like I have
Same. 18.
18 in dexterity, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's
I have
also my
17.
proficiency.
I've got 20 on strength now, so +7 on all my attacks.
Nice. Yeah, all my attacks
learn
are
that.
all my attacks are dexterity based, so I have +6 on all my attacks.
Nice, nice.
Firebolt's intelligence based.
Good,
And I'm
good.
only slightly smart.
Yeah.
So Lucas is gonna go see Endgame.
Finally.
That's
Well,
why-
I
that's why-
am still waiting to see
Oh,
Endgame.
okay.
So I'm sad.
I saw it last week. It was good.
Yeah.
I'm really sad though that there's only 2 more Game of Thrones left. That really.
I haven't watched any of it yet. I've been waiting for
I know, I hadn't watched it up until a month ago, and I did 7 seasons in 2 weeks,
Oh jeez.
right before the start of the 8th season. So
Well done.
yeah. Although I didn't beat Isabella, one of Lucas's sisters, did it I think in 10 days. Yeah, she went crazy.
Yeah, did she sleep? Did she retain it? I don't.
Oh yeah, no, she did.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I mean, we can our generation. I was the first technology generation, people. I remember playing video games before, they were not popular when I was doing it. Now it's like a whole cult.
It's not even a cult, it's mainstream.
Yeah, it's mainstream. Yeah, true. So, yeah, like the first. Well, obviously D&D was just books and in a room with actual dice and figures, right? But then the first computer like role playing games, it was all like just text based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which are catching on again because
Are
everyone
they?
likes a bit of nostalgia and retro. So yeah, they're also. And
The first ones we played, it was a TRS-80 computer, and you loaded the program with a cassette tape.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I started out around floppy disks, and we had Wheel of Fortune, and like it
Yeah.
had graphics to it, but I could tell it was still like a text-based program with just
Yeah.
colored blocks. Like it was not
Yes.
meant for graphics, and
Right.
The age of floppy disks was a memorable one, for sure. When my grandma got like mad at me when I was a little kid for touching the metal parts.
Pretty soon there won't even be CDs anymore or DVDs.
Those are barely like around to begin with already.
Right? Yeah. Like when people watch movies now, they don't go get a DVD, do they?
Not really. They have like Netflix.
No, there's an exception. Blu-ray, which is just the highest
Blu-ray,
quality.
Yeah, you're
but
right.
Like you can't get that over the internet.
Right, you're right.
And even when they say you can, like, oh yeah, it's 4K or 1080p,
Yeah.
like no, you're missing out on either the frame rate or the bit rate. Like they're cutting some corners.
You realize where all this is going, right? Eventually, it'll just be chip implants in the brain or some part of your body, and that'll be. I mean, there's no other alternative. That's where it's. I mean, people are already. The phone is almost already connected to an appendage at this point, and eventually, it'll just be a chip.
Yeah, and then police will have search warrants for those too.
Yeah, who knows? But I mean, that's where the technology's got to go that way. Where else is it going to go? It's not going backwards. Then you'll be able to access the internet just by thinking, and you'll have images in your head. And
yeah, but I think we're going to definitely start with like external things, like headsets.
Yeah, you'll have glasses. Yeah, you'll have glasses eventually. Yeah, headsets.
Because a lot of people are going to way like shy away from getting like physically.
A cybernetic implant,
now they are. But what about 2 generations from now? Then.
Oh yeah, for like 2 generations from now, I could see that.
But what I think would be cool is like you have these glasses on, and you're in Germany, and you look at a road sign, and you're reading it in your language, or you have a little like universal translator, and the person's speaking one language, and you're hearing it in another language, stuff like that. That stuff's coming.
I think that's gonna be very soon because like Google already has like a live translator on your phone, so like you could see like look through a camera and like translate shit. So like seeing that in glasses is gonna be very soon. I see.
Right. And then when people talk, that to me is the coolest thing because talk about bringing people together when everyone can understand each other.
Take down a language barrier. Assholes are still going to be assholes.
Fair, that's fair.
They're still going to find each other.
Yeah, but people who like actually genuinely care to like learn and communicate.
Oh yeah, I still think the assholes outnumber us.
Oh yeah, well.
That's why we call 90% of the population.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Following Bill Burr's advice.
Yeah.
I agree.
Stir with what's the English word for that shit?
Which word?
The ships. You take the ships.
Oh, the cruise ship.
Yeah, that one.
Cruise liners, yachts.
The cruise liners.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's definitely certain people. Like I'm working in the restaurants currently, and anybody who comes into a restaurant 10 minutes before it closes, that person can be wiped off the face of the earth.
I've done that. Hey, I've done that once.
Okay,
you don't understand my food.
No, but like people do that often, not on purpose.
Yeah. Oh yeah, some people do that callously.
And I'm sure when you did that, you didn't linger, and you were like in and out. You know what I mean?
It was to go. I mean, to be fair, they didn't even ask me, but
yeah. But I mean, you would not. There are people on this planet who they're clueless like that, so they don't realize
the world revolves around them.
Right, center of the universe coming through. Those people can go. Sure.
Faux show.
Yay, Connor's on.
It's now a trademark. I can roll with this. Owie.
Hiya, everybody.
Yo,
Hello.
what's good?
Yo.
So begins the months of sessions without our gunslinger face.
Well, he's gonna be back for two
He'll
more
be back.
sessions after this,
Yeah,
right?
he'll be back for
3?
3 more sessions after this. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have only 2 sessions with him because I won't be here next week.
Yeah, I thought you weren't going to be here today.
No, I specified next
The
week.
12th, 13th.
All
Well.
right.
Apparently, she has her shit together because she knows what's happening in her life 2 weeks in advance, as opposed to.
I do. For the most part, at least. Things that I plan for, I know ahead.
Yeah, I very rarely understand what's going on, like, more than 2 weeks in advance. Like, if I'm thinking more than a month out, it's, like, a big deal.
I just got control of my IRA, my retirement pension, again, after 2 years and 2 months of not responding to mail, trying to locate me when they laid me off.
And
Yeah, well.
Like, they rolled it over to a company, and the company is like, oh, this was through an employer that they're no longer with. We gotta make sure he has an account directly with us. And they kept mailing me shit. And then they kept, like, the mail got forwarded when I moved. And I'm like, this looks interesting. I'll open it later. Never did. Random ass phone call.
So, hey, we have your money. Do you want it?
Like, legally, we have to try to get it to you. Like, well, if
And this is the first time we've talked to you, so...
you're gonna put in all that effort.
Yeah, I had a similar thing where I started up a retirement account, like a 401k, and then left the company, so they threw it into a, like, holding company, and
Yep.
trying to get it out of their hands into another holding company was, like, the worst fucking deal ever.
Huh. That's funny, because it was pretty simple I mean, I didn't have to get it out of their hands. I wasn't trying, but they made it seem like it would have been very straightforward, so, you know.
So you just have a account sitting somewhere that is your old 401k.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
Roth or
Haven't put
whatever.
money into it for 2 years, which is probably a mistake, but
Well, it would be better to take that and roll it into whatever your current employer's 401k program is. Then it's going to keep.
they have one, but I'm pretty sure they don't add anything to it whatsoever. Like, I'm better off on my own.
Oh, they don't match?
No, they don't. No, it's a smaller place. The perks I get are very present and ethereal.
Well, at least you would get paycheck deductions,
ethereal.
Yeah.
as opposed to you having to manually take that money and put it somewhere else. It just happens, which I find
Sorry,
makes it a lot.
ephemeral. Not ethereal, ephemeral.
Yeah.
It's ethereal.
My benefits are very theoretical in nature. I have yet to see them happen.
They exist in the Feywild.
The void. You know what's fantastic? When family members invite themselves to stay over at your place and never ask your permission.
It's like, oh, I'm going to be in town. I can stay with you, right? It's like,
No, that's a question. That's asking for permission.
Oh, it's more so, hey, I'm going to be in town. See you at 6. It's like, okay.
I mean, depends how what's the word? Depends how vengeful I'm feeling.
Vengeful.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was waiting
Show
to
up
see
to my
what you
door.
landed on. What's up, guys?
Get off of
Hello,
me.
Connor.
Yo. No, I never got your text. They call my phone, they see my phone ringing. Huh, what a coincidence.
Looks like I'm getting a call at the same time as you're placing one. Weird.
No, officer, I don't know these people with the same last name as me. Yes, I know it's a rare last name.
Yes, I'm aware that we're listed as family on Facebook, but that's beside the point.
That was for tax reasons, officer.
Blood family isn't chosen family. Well.
So, y'all know the phrase, blood is thicker than water, right?
Bullshit.
Yes.
No. Don, the actual meaning, the full phrase is the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of birth. So the entire meaning of the phrase is the opposite
Of what
people
people make it.
think it is when it's short. Yes, the actual meaning is like the bonds with people you choose are stronger than the ones that you were given from the start.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely true. And rings even truer when it comes to my family, because
I have to say though, my family is a anomaly because our blood is pretty thick. They're crazy as hell, but
I think
Your family's awesome. I feel like if you choose both, like if you have that blood bond and you choose to make a real bond with them, I feel like there's immense synergy in that.
absolutely.
This is the way I would describe my mom, and it sort of holds true to the rest of my family. If I accidentally broke my mom's favorite dish, she would yell and scream, maybe bang her head against the wall and curse at me. But if I came home with a gunshot wound, she'd bite the bullet out with her teeth, patch me up, and lie to the cops for me. That's my family in a nutshell. What's real, they're there.
The small things are huge, and the huge things are small.
Right.
Dude, now that Luke has finally started, like, I don't know, now he's like in his 20s, like, he looks like your side of the family so much. Like,
Does
there's
he?
some times where I see a picture of him, and, like, for a split second, I see, like, your brother Andrew. Or,
Wow,
like, you,
okay.
like in his face, and just, like, I don't know. It's cool to see.
That's cool.
Such a handsome
I
boy.
never thought he looked like me, for sure.
He's a handsome boy.
He is.
Yeah.
I'll have to say that.
Too bad he's not here to soak this in right now.
Right?
All right.
We only say good things about people when they're not around. When
That's
they're
it.
around,
That's
then you
it.
shit talk them.
That's
Yeah,
the way it works.
exactly. All right.
Gotta make them
So-
regret life.
Who would like to recap?
I
I'm
think
ready.
I was last. I actually I was here like 20 minutes ago. Went in, saw that everyone else was already here, and said, "I'll be back."
I'm going to recap, okay? This is the Reader's Digest version.
Oh, sure.
We were in the caverns, we killed a bunch of shit, and now we're in the tavern relaxing and recuperating after we all leveled up.
That's not even the Reader's Digest, that's the Cliff Notes.
That's the first paragraph on Wikipedia.
That's right.
The first paragraph on Wikipedia.
Yeah,
It is
amongst
up to you
all those
guys.
things, we started last session waking up after talking to Stannis. Or we talked to Stannis at the beginning of last session. Which one was it?
Yeah, we
What was
recapped the.
We talked
did
to
a recap
Stannis.
with Stannis, yeah.
He gave us some Ignan chalk, which is used to wipe out portals from the abyssal plane. Told us about Gargarenthus, who is an orc in possession of the Bloodstone, who's seeking to destroy Ascalon.
We learned that Levistus is your dad.
And Levistus was revealed to be Darrow's father of blood relation somehow.
Who is the devil ruler of the 8th out of 9 hells, I believe.
Yes, the frozen plane of hell. That is Levistus. Gargarenthus is in possession of Bloodstone, and when he kills people, their souls go to the Abyssal Plane, and my family is fighting against him by killing his, I guess, worshippers or people or creatures from the Abyssal Plane, wiping them out, or getting more demons under the 9 hells.
So basically, when someone kills a mortal soul in the name of demons or as a demon, their soul basically goes to the abyss and like takes the form of a demon and adds another soldier to like their side of the fight. Demons and devils are at a constant war. And
Right.
It's the same with devils. So if a devil kills someone, then yeah. So the orcs have found a fragment of the Bloodstone. And
it's not the Bloodstone itself.
Mm-hmm. So it's unclear how exactly the orcs and the demons are linked at this moment, but they are.
Yes.
It's unsure how.
Let's see. We fought kittens trying to escape down out of the cave. We got chased by a gelatinous cube and had to smash our faces into a crevice to get through, which we narrowly managed to escape from it. We found the tooth of a large predator that we were unsure what its origins were. Turned out it could have belonged to giant spiders, which we found, tried to fight off. Darrow nearly died from blood loss and lack of spells. And, then I believe it was Skulker and who else? Skulker and friends came up with an idea of how to use the last of his liquor and a pile of bodies and create a giant bonfire and burn out the rest of the spiders down the tunnel. And then we continued on our way, found our way eventually to the surface, broke out from the entranceway, knocked on the door. Brother Menlo opened up for us. We then closed the door, explained to him all the things that we killed, and then he gave us a fresh drink of cool water while we all sat on the floor, and he said that this is a gift of Buena, and we went to sleep, and now we're waking up feeling +1. We're feeling extra plus ultra this morning.
I want to feel plus ultra in real life.
So the last thing you guys
Just have all
spoke
my
with
true
Menlo
here.
about was whether or not
Oh, right. Menlo wanted to know if we wanted our names spread around, and I spent 0 out of character time thinking of a party name.
Same.
Meant to do that.
I mean, if there isn't one that's already presented itself, then I don't know. Better to let it happen than to force it.
Skulker doesn't do parties or party names.
All right. Let's see. So, for the first time in a few days, you're all lying on the beds in your respective rooms. Kira, you've noticed Anzu acting like a little strange. Like he seems more hyper lately, and like he might be getting bigger, but you can't really tell because it's only the next day. I don't know, but he hasn't been this hyperactive since before you went underground. So maybe he's just happy to be back on the surface. Either way,
Checking
he's
his
like
balls dropped.
he's pretty annoying throughout the night, but you managed to get some sleep.
Is that a nature check? Sorry, go on.
If the time comes, that's probably how I'd roll it, I guess.
Animal handling?
Oh, true. Very true.
Christ. Alright. So, you feel like sunshine on your face for the first time in days. And it's very refreshing. You almost can feel your skin soaking it in. You guys came out of the church, it was close to midnight last night. No one is taking psychic damage. You smell freshly made pancakes. And yeah, it is a beautiful morning. You hear a bit of what's it called? The tavern isn't usually too busy in the morning time, but you hear like what sounds like a busy morning downstairs.
Okay.
Quiet enough where you can sleep through it, but loud enough where now you're
Right, loud enough that when you wake up, you're like, what's that noise?
It's bopping downstairs.
I guess,
How much difficulty do I have, basically trying to get Anzu to calm down enough that we can go downstairs and get some pancakes?
Roll me a d5.
Rolling a d5, alright. I can't spell. You my ass.
There you go.
So, it only takes you about like 5 or 10 minutes. You're kind of just like, hey, buddy, like, relax. Let's go get some food. Or like, however it is, you calm him down. Is there anything particular you do that seems to do the trick? Like, how would you go about it, I guess? I don't want to roleplay it for you. If you want to say, like, yeah, I did it and it worked, like, I'm down with that.
Yeah, I haven't figured that out yet, like, exactly how I...
Alright. Hell yeah. So you get him settled down. It only takes, like, 5 or 10 minutes. Is everyone else, like, starting their day? Or are we, like, sleeping in?
Yes, no, ready to go.
Ready to go?
Sleeping in.
Alright, so, you see, Kiri with her slightly shaking pouch, like, I don't know, and Scatha, Skulker, and Darrow standing out in the hallway. This is our first session with the Pokeball, so, we're just gonna run it like this. Don't speak about Flint, like, it's okay, like, if you want to mention him in like, passing or whatever, that's fine, but as far as, like, where is he right now, like, doesn't matter. Like,
We do not acknowledge the Pokeball.
yeah, just if it isn't acknowledged, it'll be smoothest, I think.
Cool.
Then we don't have to worry about, like, oh, how'd you get 60,000 miles in all this time? Like, I don't know. If he comes back, like, next session. Alright, anyway. You see there's, like, a bit of commotion downstairs. There's people, like, coming in and out of the bar, and there's, like, a lot of people around the counter, but, like, none of them are there for breakfast. So, like, you're gonna have to kind of... They all seem like they're trying to, like, rent rooms. You can shoulder your way through to, like, sit at the bar for, like, breakfast. But it's not
if the
crowded.
bar itself is super busy, I'll just see if there's a table open, I guess. Well, who's going to go down first? Maybe Kiri? I think Scatha usually was an early riser.
Yeah. Yeah, Scatha will go down first, sure.
People see Skylar moving through and they immediately, like, are you pathed towards the bar? Like, you're walking that way? Alright, they clear a path for you and everyone you're with. So you see, like, no one seems, like, upset or anything, but they're just like, oh, this guy's coming, we should move. And they all just, like, move out of the way and they resume just, like, they all seem to be renting rooms for tonight or tomorrow. You see Humboldt behind the bar with one of the other gnomes who arm wrestled Scatha, and they're both, like, taking, like, they're either turning people away, depending on when they're looking for rooms for, or, like, taking reservations. Humboldt sees you guys. He's like, good morning! And he, like, calls back to, one of his sons. Like, he calls back to the kitchen, and he goes, Gendry! Breakfast! And you see, you hear back, how many? He just goes, 4! And, like, after, like, about a minute or so, you see the other of the two gnomes that arm wrestled Scatha, like, comes out, 2 plates of pancakes in each hand, like, sets them down on the bar top for you guys, and, like, over the commotion says, like, what do you want to drink?
1,000-yard stare. Darrow says, coffee.
Water, coffee are free. Anything else is going to cost extra.
What about tea?
Right?
You don't get asked for that much. Tea is free also.
Alright, I'll take some tea.
Okay.
I'll take some tea too.
Alrighty. Skulker, you shelling out for some booze? Or are you just gonna drink some water like a good boy?
I scowl a little bit.
In character and out of character.
Yes. In and out. Wave my hand like, no, nothing for me.
No water or anything? Damn. Alright. So,
Throughout breakfast, Darrow is sitting there, staring at the same point in the wall, and if you look at him, you can't tell if he's trying to not think or thinking so hard. That's all he can do is just stare and shovel food in his mouth.
So, I need a sitting order from you guys, from left to right. I know it's a weird question.
Roll initiative from your Okay.
No, I would probably find a spot near Dara, because that would be where Kiri'd probably be the most comfortable.
Alright.
I would sit to the left of Skatha.
What?
So if Scott is first,
Then I would be to Skatha's immediate left, the chair next to him.
Alright, there we go.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yep.
Because if they cleared a path, they probably wouldn't be like, oh, let this giant man sit next to me. It's like, I'm going to get up. So then Skulker comes down and is like, oh, I guess I'll take the tidy. Oh, I'm squeezed in here next to you. I have no shoulder. Okay, let me just eat now.
Skulker. There's a large human standing next to you. Got a bit of a gut, I don't know, and he's just been yelling loudly. And like, as someone who's drank a lot of alcohol in his life and seen a lot of people who've drank alcohol in his life, you recognize when someone's had a couple many, you know? So you can tell this guy is like kind of like drunk, and he's like yelling at Humble, and he's like, hey, like, come on, I'm a resident here, I'm looking to have a good night, please. And he like just like slurring his words and like basically like throws out his arm and just knocks over your plate of pancakes onto the floor, and like some of them like get on your pants and stuff like that, like some of the butter. And other than that, like, I don't know. And now you're just sitting there with like pancakes on your pants, and Humble like looks over at you and says, just like face palms. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. And he looks up and he goes, for the last time, no. And he calls back again, Gendry, pancakes. Or like, I suck at gnomish accents, but I'm gonna try every time. So you guys are just gonna have to trial and error with me.
I can't criticize you. It's better than I can do.
I can't do.
Skulker stands up and like walks to the bar, shoving the guy aside, like that sort of power move of like, I see you there, I don't give a shit move, I'm talking to someone else. I'll have some water now too.
Roll me just strength at advantage.
Oh, advantage, yes.
Good thing for the advantage.
Tell me I'm gonna have this sound effect. Okay, perfect.
What's baby girl? What? Where are you going? You wanna come sit?
So like, proverbial record scratch as like Skulker kind of just like doesn't even put that much force into it, but sort of just like shoves the guy out of the way, and the dude goes like falling to the floor. And like, he's a big dude, so like he takes out 2 bar stools with him, like falls into someone else, like they stumble, like, and there's just like a huge like silence as like the whole bar is now just staring at Skulker. Humble kind of just like quietly says like, buddy, we can't be having you doing that in here. And people kind of just like,
you saw
for a second, and the drunk guy kind of just like gets up and looks at you, kind of like sizes you up and like sees that like, you know, you wear armor, like you've got like, you know, weapons on you, and like he kind of just like doesn't want it. He just kind of says like, oh, fuck you. And he like walks away, walks out of the bar.
I smirk a little bit. I chase him out of the bar. No. No, what else is there to do? No.
Sneak attack.
Honestly, I realized afterward I should have done something invisible with a mage hand.
That would've been better.
So, like,
Yeah.
conversations...
Has Gendry come back with his replacement plate of pancakes yet?
I was going to say. So conversation starts to slowly pick up as Gendry walks out and, like, puts the plate down, kind of, like, looks around and asks you, like, someone die out here? Like, what happened?
I'll do that.
Just their pride.
Move hand to get attention of person who's behind bar. Like,
He looks at you.
hey, Gendry, what the fuck is going on?
You don't know? It's the festival. Spring Festivus. Tomorrow.
Yeah, we kind of don't know what day it is. We were underground for like 3 days.
Underground? The fuck were you doing underground?
Killing a lot of things. It was fun and terrifying.
He kind of just laughs at you, like the
It was a
laugh you give
Wednesday.
like the homeless guy who's just saying crazy shit to you, and you just kind of have to be like, like just fucking like vibing with him, you know.
So
like,
why is everyone coming here to get a room? Do they
they're all looking for
travel?
rooms. Festivals tomorrow.
Do they
Grendich has one of the
not
finest
wanna go to
festivals.
their own homes?
Do
Uh,
we have
Greenwich
rooms
has one of
tonight,
the
or
finest festivals, like in Ascalon for the Spring Festivus. Granted, it's not
so there's
like
people traveling here for the festival.
yeah. There's also like a very big celebration in Ascalon City, and like some of the other like Croydon has like a fairly large one. The dwarves like celebrate it kind of, but not truly. The winery is just like always open for tourism, but yeah.
So what goes on during the spring festival? This kind of food and shows and drinks, and I generally try to avoid large groups of people, but since we're already here, we have the rooms. Unless you're going to kick us out or jack up the price, we might stay.
Well, tell you what. My old man, and he kind of like gestures over at Humboldt. He's looking for help. We got big shipments of booze coming in. We got rooms that need to be cleaned. You know, we have a lot of preparation that needs to be done. We don't usually see this many people. Even just help in the kitchen. I'm sure if you'd agree to help him prepare for the festival, he'd probably give you a room for the night. And he kind of like looks around at like the crowd and says like, you might need him.
Understood. Thank you, Gendry. I'm sorry to cause trouble. It kind of follows us.
Oh. Happens as a, I don't know. And he kind of just trails off and walks away. he just doesn't really know what to say. He's just like, yeah, no, don't worry about it. But like,
Yep.
I don't know, doesn't really have much more to offer.
Like, you're weird. Okay, thanks.
So you see people coming and going, and eventually Humboldt like backs them all out over the course of like the next like 30 minutes or so, and it's like, all right, we're booked, and like he like begins like ushering people out and like puts a sign on the door that says like no vacancy. Like afterwards, and kind of just like closes the door behind him, and just like and kind of like slouches and like sighs his head, sighs and like kind of like slouches his head and shoulders.
You always this busy for the festival?
Yeah, but every year it gets to be a heavier and heavier load to bear.
Well, the business must be nice, though, right?
And he kind of like, there are like a sparse few other patrons like scattered about the tables and like one at the other end of the bar and like stuff like that. And so he like kind of walks in close, so he's not like yelling his business across the room to you, but he's like, yeah, I mean, what was the question you asked again? I'm sorry.
The business is nice, though, right?
Yeah, no, we do great. We don't have to worry. I know I have something to leave my sons, my wife. God forbid I go before her, or God forbid I go before her. but I don't know. It's getting to be a little much. Might pass it on to me son soon.
You just have the two?
Mm-hmm. Twins. Only ever wanted one. But I've come to love them both.
Yeah, surprise.
Yeah, but come on. Which
Implying?
one's your
Question
favorite?
mark.
Which one's your favorite? That's an awful question.
Well, between Gendry and Bendry. I don't know. Nah, he's like, oh, come on. I don't have a favorite.
So, do you guys want to stay here for the festival? Have you guys ever been to it before? I generally avoid them, so... I mean, we don't really have anything else to do. We got places to go, but...
He's like, oh, it's great. You'll love it. Marksmanship contests, gambling, drinking and eating contests, fortune-telling, gambling, food and drink. There's
Yes, I heard drinking twice in my head. You didn't have to say it twice as well.
Not all drinks have a kick to him. He kind of like winks at you. He's just like, if you've never been, I'd recommend it. If you got somewhere else to be, I'm not gonna make you stay. Now that you mention it, and he begins to give you the same spiel that Gendry gave you in the conversation, like, well, you know, we are kind of busy, and like, if you wanted to help out, like in prep for the festival, like, we'll give you free room for the night.
Is the festival just one day?
It's tomorrow.
So the room would be for tomorrow or tonight?
Both.
That's a pretty good deal. Just to help prep? Not actually during the event itself?
We have family coming in to help us during the event, believe it or not. You might have heard of them? My Uncle Bartleby, owner of Gnome Depot. Anyone who's a native to Ascalon has heard of this, even the lizard folk, because they've come to trade time to time, or like you see their goods from time to time.
That's the first bartender we met up at, right?
No.
I don't.
Bartleby's Bullets and...
No, it was something... Food... Bras? Barrows?
B-A-R-Z.
Bars, booze, booze, barrels.
His name was Bars.
Bars,
Bullets, and Booze.
Okay, never mind.
I would remember Gnome Depot, goddammit.
What do you say?
I'd be happy to help.
I can help get rooms ready and do any cooking prep if you need. I'm pretty good with a knife.
Scaffa, you think you could help us unloading some of the carts with wine and such on them? Wine and food?
Oh, happy to help.
Excellent. Skulker, and he kind of like looks at you a little more seriously and says, "You promise not to drink any of it?"
Not my usual line of work, but I could use a break after the last bit.
It's like having the rat unload the cheese, you know what I'm saying?
I love that. I'm keeping that. Oh, that's a good one. Alright. So, we have, like, our kind of... Hold on just a sec. I'm going to put on the right song for this.
Can I retcon the response of, when have I ever promised not to drink?
Alright, do we do it sitcom style then?
No. Maybe.
Something broke. No.
I can already, just seeing the title, I can hear the song. Stuck in my head.
Something, is it copyrighted? Fuck you with 1,000 fuck yous. Alright, well,
so Connor, side question. So, he who shall not be named is non-present, but can we still issue him to go do things for us?
No.
I'm gonna say nah.
Okay.
Maybe with if he had given like prior written consent or some shit like that.
That's fine. So then,
we get to festival day. I'm doing the sharpshooting competition myself.
Well,
I go with like side note. Flint just left for the day or days.
He who should not be named. Humboldt.
Mhm.
Is it possible one of us can sneak out to go turn in some Knoll tongues? Because I have a feeling we're going to want the coin for the festival.
Surely.
Okay.
It breaks throughout the day.
Which one of you knows where the magistrate is in this town?
Don't look at me.
Referring to basically anyone that's here.
Humboldt just says to you, like, it's the biggest building, center of town. Can't miss it. And you know you're, like, southwest of the town square right now. And there's the church on the north side, which is actually larger than the magistrate,
right.
But not part of the town square.
Right, so this is, what, like, 7 a.m., 8 a.m. right now? We're probably going to have a break
probably
for lunch.
Close to, like, 9:30 or 10 right now.
Okay.
That's like breakfast and such.
Because we have to go talk to Menlo, and we should go turn in the tongues, and then we can help out for the rest of the day.
See you back here at noon?
Yeah, that works.
All right.
Okay, so I guess go to the magistrate first, turn in the tongues, and then that gives us time to stall to figure out what we're going to tell Menlo. Okay.
So,
who wants to come with me? I have two I need to exchange. I can take people if they don't wish to come.
Yeah, I'll unload the crap, and you can take my 2 tongues, will you?
Surely.
Same.
I'll go with Darrow.
Okay. So I have 2 from me, 2 from Skulker, and 2 from Scatha. Tongues is such a weird word to spell.
It is. Like
and
robes.
2 from me as well.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has.
all right. The comprehensive tongue list. And I think 1 for Flint, too.
Yep, there's 1 from Flint.
Word. All right. So, the magistrate is the center building in the largest town. You see that the town square is like really packed. Like there's a lot of people. Like there's people here setting up like stands and things like that, and like people here who already have stands set up, kind of looking around, pissed off. Like look at all this competition. People
as we're walking through, is there anything that pops out to us? Like, I have no shoes.
Yeah, I mean, there's already like decent amount of businesses already in town. Most of these you see here would be like, do you want like purple shoes with like bells on them? I'm like,
do it, you won't.
You want a pair of pumps?
He's already really bad at stealth. I don't think we want to give him bells.
Jingle, jingle, jingle. I mean, the lowest I'd go is probably like thongs. Or like
Those don't go on your feet.
I mean, there's people already in town who sell clothes.
Well, I mean, it's just we're walking through the street, so I'm like looking around, like, there's no knives, no, is there black clothes, no.
So no real weapons. You see a lot of it is like different kinds of food, like you see some kinds of like elvish food, and then you see like dwarvish food and gnomish food and like human food and like different kind of fusions of like different subsets of the 4 of them. You also see a couple places that have like imports, like the Dory Dory fruit from the other side of the Shiver Peak Mountains, things like that.
Fucking call out.
What's it called? You'll see a couple like stands with like little like trinkets, like pieces of jewelry, things like that. Nothing too out of the ordinary at the moment.
It kind of is regular old street market affair.
Yeah.
Nice.
You were here a couple days ago though, and there was not this much variety. There was still people selling things, but it was not like
Right. It was like the one dude selling like with his Apple stand, and now there's like a whole bunch of Apple stands. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. So you get to the magistrate.
Oh, one thing. What color are Flint's eyes? Seems random, but it'll make sense.
I have no idea. Let's go with green.
Okay. Right before I walk in the door of the magistrate's office, I am going to use thaumaturgy and make my eyes look like Flint's.
What?
So they're not just
as
like...
opposed to giant black voids, they look like, actual empathetic eyes.
Makes sense.
Not scary eyes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not Betty Davis eyes, just normal eyes.
Yes.
So you see, like, there's kind of a juxtaposition to the outside of the building versus the inside of the building. Like, once you get inside, it's, like, very common here. This place isn't, like, mobbed with people. It's not really somewhere, that, like, partakes in festivities. Like, I don't know. Anyway, there is a human sitting at the desk, and he's, like, writing on some parchment with a quill. He's got, like, a couple different, like, stacks of parchment around him, and he just says, like, can I help you?
Yes, we have some tongues to exchange for the Knoll bounty. You honoring that here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I will put down the 7 tongues. No, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
9 tongues.
9 tongues.
All right. He kind of just looks him over. And he's like, looks like you had a fun night.
Yeah, the wouldn't go near the better not say.
He kind of just looks at you for a second and just like shrugs it off. Looking into your eyes, and then just like shrugs it off and just is like, all right, give me a second. And he goes to a door like further into the room, like kind of like an antechamber right now.
Did Kiri come with me?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll turn to her and whisper and say, that's the first time someone's looked at my face and not like recoiled. This is weird.
So Kiri, Darrow's been in front of you this whole time. So you've kind of just like see like maybe he does like some weird thing with his hand before he walks in the door or whatever, and like Darrow turns around and you see Flint's eyes for the first time, and he just says like, that's the first time someone hasn't recoiled at like my, and it's like your first time seeing him with eyes that are not his own.
If that was the first time I saw his eyes, I would like be startled, but I wouldn't be like completely surprised because there've been dumber shit that this party has done so far.
Oh yeah, that's what it's normally like.
Alright, so guy comes back out shortly afterward, 9 silver coins. He counts them out in front of you, then hands you them.
So while we were hunting these gnolls, we got a tip about this orc up north. Do you know anything about him? Any word out about him?
He kind of just looks at you like this fucking
horrendous
guy and says like, yeah, there's lots of orcs up north.
Garrenthus. It's like a commander.
Garga hoo?
I don't think he knows.
Who Renthus?
Okay.
Chopania Renthus.
Are there any other bounties out right now?
Not at the moment. Country's been pretty quiet. Mostly just gnolls. Occasionally bandits pop up here and there, but they seem to be MIA lately. I don't know. Not as much activity from them. Maybe rival gang took them out.
Yep, that might be. Well, thank you kindly. Enjoy the festival.
He kind of just looks sadly at his desk and just like back at you and says, "You too," and just sits back down and goes back to writing.
Oh, I don't think he's gonna get to enjoy the festival.
But if he's working today, does that mean he has to work tomorrow too?
Probably.
You hear the door open up and just go, "Carter," and the guy like looks up from his desk and goes, "Gonna need you to work tomorrow also." And he just like, you're like, "Yes, sir," as if like the stones of the floor themselves were speaking in response, just like very like a robotic response.
Mm-hmm. It's like, yep, saw that one coming. Great.
Oh, I want to get him something.
You could come back and visit him tomorrow and bring him some candy. We say this as we're walking out. Not in his face.
Loud enough where he could hear you?
No, I would be
need to see if he could pick up on my low voice.
Nah, probably not.
Not loud enough to be like, I'm whispering but not whispering, but actually like whispering.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to get his hopes up.
Skulkaroonie. Where are you?
Probably headed out to the weapons armory sort of shops.
Alright. So, Scaffa, there's a cart that's like wheeled up to like the back alley of the inn, and it's carrying a bunch of like different barrels from the Whisper of Winds winery to the south. And Gendry is the one unloading them with you, and he's like got a surprising amount of like oomph to him for a gnome. He's taking the casks like, one at a time, just like you, and like you're both bringing them inside, putting them in the cellar. And he says like, we really appreciate you sticking around the extra time. Like, we know you didn't have to. Please take this. And he hands you a small pouch with 30 copper in it.
Wow.
We can't afford much, but we hope you accept our thank you.
Wait, who just did this?
Gendry, the son of Humboldt at the tavern.
Oh, okay. I missed that part. Thank you.
Oh,
Well, I will not. Thank you very much for this kindness, and we're happy to help.
oh, we're happy to host you. And like we get like a montage of just like Scaffa just like muscles rippling, just like double cask, like I don't know when necessary, and carrying up and down stairs, things like that. Unfortunately, it's not very exciting work. Skulker, you said you're going to a weapons shop?
Yeah.
Okay. There's one in town.
Only one?
Yes.
Shit. Alright.
There might be some more tomorrow, but
Oh, fair. Okay.
or by the end of the day. I don't know. Lots of stuff going on. Human run shop.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Burke.
Burke?
Burke.
Okay.
Got a thick mustache, beard. Strong, well built. Probably in like his 30s. Human guy. He's like nods when you come in. Says like, "How can I help you?" He's currently like taking a break. Like you see him like sitting on like a stool in like his shop.
Is there stuff on display, like on the walls, or?
There is.
Okay.
You see like swords here and there, or like spearheads, arrowheads, like typical things like a warhammer here and there, maces, flails.
Can I tell how like quality the stuff looks?
Sure, it looks like you would trust it, like wielding it.
Okay.
If you would just take it off the wall.
Okay. So yeah, while looking around, yeah, I don't know, just trying to get an idea. Not content with my current rapier. Looking for something with a little more reach, a little more versatility.
He kind of just like, you see, he's like thinking for a second. He says like, when you say reach, you're talking like polearm, like a lance.
Yeah. Maybe not that, but that kind of reach. Yeah.
He looks at you and goes, "You ain't the strongest fella, ain't you?" It sounds crazy, but I think I might have something for you. And you see he like goes to a cabinet in the back and kind of like takes a chain, like, or what looks like a coil of chain, like off of like a hook inside of this like cabinet that he goes into. And you see that like at the end of the chain there's like a 3-pronged like claw type thing almost. And he goes, "There's a grappling hook. I mean, I don't make many I'll make bows, crossbows, or none of that. I make arrowheads, I'll make you bolts. But as far as range, if you weren't looking for a lance, this is the only other thing I can offer you. Lance or like a pike or some, you know what I'm saying.
No, this I have a bit of experience with hiking. I think this fits me well. I don't know why I didn't think of it sooner.
All right. It's gonna cost you 2 silver though.
That's it? I mean, yeah, done. I guess. Yeah, I can swing that.
All right. So
Good
it's
deal.
20 feet of chain. It was a 20-foot grappling hook.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
We'll talk meta stats later. You don't mean it has 20 feet of reach, right? Because that's no fucking.
You wouldn't be able to wield it with much precision at 20 feet. I mean,
Okay.
if you wanted to spin in a circle with it at full length.
Okay, fair. Yeah.
Like,
okay, so
it's probably like 10/20, you know? Like
Well,
10 normal, 20 disadvantage, man.
Yeah, some shit like that. All right, and so we all kind of like reconvene after making our way through the town to our various destinations. You get back, you see Skatha is like enjoying like some cool water. He's like holding like a tankard of water, not drinking anything.
Oh shit, we didn't stop by Menlo. Or are we doing that next?
I think we're going to do that next.
Okay.
All right, so
I trust in the DM.
you did say you wanted to do that. That's my fault. That being said, you want to say you all said to meet up at the tavern before going to the church?
Sure.
All right. Skatha, would you like to join them at the church? It'd probably be like a 20, 30-minute excursion, maybe 15 if you hoof it. All right. So, our 4 heroes make their way over to the Grendich Abbey, and they see the usual, statue of Dwayne out front, the fountain underneath. The doors are open. You see that there are people there's monks sweeping out the dust and stuff, and they're putting up candelabras, things like that, lighting candles and stuff. You see signs of life returning to the abbey. And there's a small congregation of people out front, not for any particular purpose. Some are kneeling at the fountain praying. Others are, talking with some of the brothers or the monks who live at the abbey. And you see Brother Menlo standing by the door talking with a small coalition of monks. Wow, coalition. Why did I use that word? 3 other guys. Coalition. Cack. Talking with a handful of other monks.
A pair is 2. A few is 3 to 5. A baker's dozen is 10.
I thought a baker's dozen was 13.
13.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
A baker's dozen's more than a dozen.
Yes.
Rip.
Yeah, whoops. So I guess on the way over there, it's so guys, what are we gonna do? Do you want to stay anonymous? I figure it's generally my style to stay as low-key as possible. But if we build a name for ourselves and we want to stick together like this, we can get some pretty big jobs. And actually, rather than picking up the scraps, actually charge people what we want to get burned.
It's not all it's chalked up to be.
Speaking from experience?
Much.
What did you used to do?
A little bit of anything. Usually the unsavory stuff.
Sounds like my last, 8 years? 5 years? Yeah, it's kind of what I do. Only present tense more so than past tense. How long have you been, air quotations, rolling of the eyes, retired?
Couple years, maybe. A few.
What drove you out of it? You don't need to say if you don't want to.
Stumbled on a bit of a life worth retiring for.
It's fair.
Aren't they all worth retiring for? Kiri, how do you feel about this?
Kiri's not used to attention, especially like having a dragon on her, etc. Typically tries to stay away from the limelight, but she is down for whatever the party decides.
Mm-hmm. So at the moment, it looks like we're leaning more towards staying anonymous.
Mm.
I mean, Skulker were a bit more drunk right now. Caution to the wind, but
Spread my name to the four winds. Send word to every abbey.
Skatha, what's your big mission here? I mean, we don't really, not entirely sure why you've been sticking around with us, other than you've been great company.
Oh, Skatha would probably actually prefer it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's typing in the chat right now. He says Skatha is searching for his destiny, so he's not opposed to being in the public eye.
His job is to unite the clans, so...
Yep.
Okay, so...
So we're a split decision right now.
What do we think Flint would want?
I think Flint is already used to being in the public eye.
Flint's a desperado, and he likes the attention. He's a wandering justice dealer. I'm sure he doesn't mind his name being spread around.
Okay, so honestly, it sounds like Skulker's okay with it. It's, in his experience, it's not a good idea, but I mean, metagaming, it sounds like it could be fun. Let's do it.
Metagaming, it sounds like the people that are kind of wanting to be quiet about it are like, we could go either way. But like the people that could go, that would like to go public have a big reason. To be public. So I think we should go in that direction. Yep. 9 silver.
And it's possible that during this festival here, we might get an announcement that's like, thank you, these people, for helping us. They rid the church and blah, 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 and thank you. And they might give us like some medals and stuff. That'd be kind of cool. But I'd stand on the stage and people would look at me and, oh, that'd be weird. I'm conflicted. But I think we should still tell him that we should keep this hidden. I just don't know what to tell them, what to call us.
Even if we don't have a name, I'm pretty sure it's not hard to tell us apart from a different adventuring party. We're kind of an odd bundle.
That's true.
You guys are quite a sight.
Skatha.
There it is, quite a sight.
Skulker, you look human, so one might think that you were human. You ain't no human son of a bitch. Then we have our cute bird friend.
Devil's
There's
burger.
me. And then we've got our lizard boy, and then there's the elegantly, what's the word for it? Elegantly uncoordinated and boisterous cowboy. Let's come out as anonymous, but a group, and see what people start to stick to us. That might be fun. Generally, in my past, I've had nothing but bad names stick to me, but maybe we'll have some good ones.
It's alright. Best names for groups always come from the outside, not the inside.
Exactly. If we try to come up with our names for ourselves, it's going to be something stupid.
I agree.
Alright. Would you like to approach Brother Menlo?
Yeah.
Should I give him the picture?
Only if you desire.
Fuck it. Fountain. Picture.
I mean, you did find that beautiful art to share with us, so you might as well share it as much as you can.
So, he's sort of like, you see he makes the same gesture with like pinky ring finger down, like pointer middle finger up, and like thumb clasped across his other, like his fourth and fifth finger. They all make the same gesture to each other, and like bow their heads, and he like makes his way over to you guys and says like, good morning. Did you sleep well?
Slept like the grave.
Huh. Like a small smile across his face.
Ba-dum. We just came out of the catacombs.
Yep. Yep. Be here all week. So, yeah. On our walk over here, we've been staying at I have this in my notes, I swear to God, Running River Inn. That and I think on our way over here, we kind of decided that it'd be best to not keep ourselves hidden. A lot of us some of us have spent our lives trying to hide from the public eye. Now that we have a reason to do good things and a reason to be heard and have people know what we're doing, we should take the opportunity. We don't need you to call to the high heavens and scream our praise, but don't keep it hidden that we helped you out.
He smiles. He says, of course, Dara. He clasps his hands together and does like a small bow. He says, you all agree with these wishes?
Kiri bows. Go ahead. Yes.
Agree's a little strong. We'll say go along with.
And he smiles and is just like, well then, we're all going along with this. Okay. Thank you again for your service. The festival doesn't see much activity. We're far from the center of town, but if you'd like to stop by tomorrow, we are doing prayers and blessings.
We'll keep that in
Thank you.
mind.
We will keep that in mind. Looking up towards the sky, I'll say, I appreciate the blessings, I suppose, that Duena has given us, but I still don't know if I can put my wholehearted faith in an upper being as I may.
He looks you up and down and says, what do you mean?
Well, I have a mixed path with those of the faith. Not specifically of Duena, I assume, but of other worshippers. It's something I'd rather not get into, but I'll just let you know that you have been the kindest man of the cloth, if you refer to yourself as that I've met in my time.
Ah.
Specifically to me.
There are some who fear that which they do not understand. But the gods created all, yes?
one may believe that.
Well, I do. And if that assumption is true, then the gods also created whatever it is that allowed you to be the way that you are. There's nothing
For better
inherently
or for
unholy
worse.
in existing. Acts are evil, not people, not animals. And of course, evil acts taint people into becoming evil, but no one is inherently evil just because they exist. You should not rule yourself out. I can see you've been tainted by the world. Try to cast some of that off. Let your light shine. And he kind of just like winks at you. Like, I don't know. He blessed you with light. Well, you chose not to accept the blessing of light. But like,
Yes.
I don't know. Blessings.
I drank from the water.
Mhm.
Oh my god, Meta, if I didn't drink from the water, would I not have leveled up? Fuck. Glad I did that. Oh god, what movie is that from? Terminator 2. Arnold Schwarzenegger says, "Smile." I do that thing.
I've never seen the movie.
Okay, so
Oh,
in Terminator
it's
2, the kid tries to teach him how to smile. It's like, yeah, you just move the corners of your mouth up like this, and you smile and you show your teeth.
Oh, did you
And
do like a terrifying
Tries
imitation
to
of a
smile,
smile?
Yes.
and it's like fucking horrifying.
yeah, because
I do that.
Meta, that's the real that's the difference between a real smile and a fake smile is the eyes. If like the like crow's feet don't appear, like there's more facial muscles than just the mouth that goes into it.
Yeah. So
Legit. Perfect timing.
let the light out. I do the.
He like returns your smile with his own. It's like, it is always a pleasure to see you guys. Or like, it was always a pleasure to see you all. If you'll excuse me, I have other matters to attend to.
Thank you. Yes, we're actually going to be doing some hard labor at the inn, earning our wage.
Excellent.
Well, maybe we'll see you tomorrow, brother.
Yes. Hopefully. May Dwayne's light shine on us all. And he kind of just like does the gesture with his hand again, like nods, like bows, and like goes on his way, like deeper into the abbey.
Beautiful. All right. So I guess a skulker. Are you displaying your nice new toy, or you have it hidden inside of a bag?
We're in a church still, right?
Well, we're outside
outside.
of the church.
Yeah. I probably still have it hidden. Like it's a festival's coming up, so I imagine the streets are a bit lively and packed.
I don't think you want to garnish that.
Yeah, like I
Right,
want to practice
I
with
was
it.
basically imagining, do you have it hung off your hip like Indiana Jones, or is it stuffed in your backpack?
Oh, it's definitely hung off my hip. Like it is equipped, but I'm still wearing a full cloak over it.
Gotcha. Okay. I will say nothing of the sort then.
Okay.
I will agree with
Spring, man. Don't you
Scappa.
get hot under all that?
You'll see me practicing later. Fun fact, fur actually insulates, depending on the ambient temperature of the air.
Are you furry when you're not shifted?
Yeah, I'm still kind of furry.
XD, dude. Alright.
Yeah.
He's
I thought you
basically
looked like, a normal human.
A really furry normal human.
So,
like
your
hairy
fat
to the
Italian uncle human?
Have you seen Umbrella Academy?
Oh yeah.
There you go.
That's yeah, about a little less than that, but yeah, right about there. But you,
What was it
now
called?
you-
Burl Academy?
Umbrella Academy.
Umbrella
I got you.
Academy?
Hold on.
Oh, Umbrella Academy. No, it's on my watch list.
Okay,
it's
hold on.
it's
to
fun.
see it.
It is really good. No, because that's why I wear like head to toe clothing all the time,
Gotcha.
so people don't see that I'm fucking furry.
Also, thank you for that gift, Dawn. That was beautiful.
You're welcome. I got you.
What gif? I missed
And general
The Arnold
chat.
smile gift.
Yeah.
Oh.
Arnold smile. All right. So, Scotha says, let's go hit the inn for some lunch. You guys want to join him?
Yes, and then we must serve our time.
Man. It's not that bad. So, we get our montage.
I have no idea that we've been paid. I was, we're working, so we have a room. Sweet. Okay.
I don't think you guys got paid as much as Scotha got paid.
Right.
So you all went out. We're like, yeah, we'll go do other shit. We'll see you at noon. And Scotha was like, nah, you know what? I'll stick around and help for the extra time. So, they threw him a bone.
Oh, while we're all together, I'll dish out the 2 silver to everyone.
All right. Cool.
So I'm going to add that to my inventory right meow.
Drop a coin in the Pokeball.
Let's see.
I am just consistently floating around whatever my starting money was. We all started with 10. I went down to 8, and then I went back up to 10, and then I went down to 9. And I'm back up to 11.
I'm back at 10.
12. I haven't done anything productive.
Well, there's gambling at the festival tomorrow. Some of you might be able to turn that around. Alright, so.
I don't gamble without inside information, but...
Without inside information, you said?
In character. Like, Skulker doesn't bet unless he has an edge.
If he has an ace up his sleeve, he'll go in. If he has a loaded die, he'll do it. That kind of a thing.
Do you have a loaded die?
Probably not.
That is part of a background.
Huh.
Or is it background? That's the thing that you pick, right? Not backstory, background. You can have a loaded die as a background item.
Cool.
I think Soldier has the option. And Mercenary.
No, Skulker's more of a card tricks kind of guy. I mean, after all, sleight of hand.
Do we actually, other than Scatha helping with the barrels, is there, any specific jobs that we perform for the bar?
Yeah. I think I proposed that I would help set rooms up or help cook things.
Yeah. No, there's a mixture of all sorts of shit that for you guys to do. It's really who's ever's closest at the time of what's needing to be done. Not everything being unloaded off, these deliveries is, super heavy. They're not all casks of wine. Some of them are,
bags of flour.
Or, flour. Yeah, exactly. So it's, all of you kind of, as you're going throughout the day, except for Darrow, who actually stays in the kitchen pretty much. Once he volunteers to cook, they're like, oh, we'll take that. And so Darrow kind of just stays in the kitchen for a while, helping make certain kinds of cakes and pastries, and also
I get after 20, 30 minutes of starting to help, and then they're just oh, and this and that, oh, and you can do this and that. It's okay. I'll take my shield and drop it, and take off the armor and put it on top of the shield, and take one of the aprons and tie it back, and get my hair behind my head.
So the kitchen is already pretty cramped, and the...
Well, then I'll put that shit in my eventual room.
I was going to say, the guys are going to look at you and be like, you want to put that stuff in your room upstairs?
Or you want to take that for me, and I'll get back to it. Or I can do it. I think I'm
alright here.
I'll go do it.
So, you notice that the rooms that have been saved for you guys, they're all on the 3rd floor. You guys have been staying on the second floor this entire time. 3rd floor isn't as big as the 2nd floor. What's it called? But it is, definitely a little bit nicer. You get the feeling that these are, friends and family type rooms, or, high-paying customer type rooms.
Rather than bare furnishings, they put some stuff in here that they don't want broken, and they have a feeling that you won't break them.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, this is why they don't let me up there.
But, yeah. if any of you would like to set your stuff down, go for it. Other than that, like, we kind of just, I'm down to montage it if you guys are.
Oh, I also have, I take some of the knives out from inside my trench coat and put them into my belt. And as I'm cooking and cutting things, I'm just constantly drawing new fresh ones and sharpening other ones, and constantly, I turn into a cooking machine.
Alright.
Meanwhile, we're helping. I would like to ask one of the gnomes, depending on who I'm like helping, what the typical, like, the iconic basically festival, I don't know, food or items that are basically like, oh, this is Christmas, like, you know, or like this is Thanksgiving. Like, you can't
your pumpkin spice muffins and your pumpkin spice lattes. But what's the equivalent for spring? Apple cider? No, that's also not spring.
So it's a lot of like alcohol and like meat and bread, because like there aren't really any harvests, and then there's like imported fruits and vegetables that have been like, you know, shipped across the Sugar Peak or like over the seas or things like that. But there's no one true dish here that like signifies anything, just because of like the multiracial like makeup of the kingdom itself. Like there's nothing that really like stands out. It's more of like they revere the gods and they celebrate in like all different kinds of ways. Like depending on like who comes to town, like sometimes you'll have people doing like fortune telling, and like, you know, traveling merchants will set up stands, and like you'll see gambling is set up here. There's like marksmanship contests, there's marksmanship and archery. There's like arm wrestling contests of strength, contests of drinking and eating. Nothing too like off the chain, more just like people getting together and like having a good time.
Okay.
It's not like Brother Menlo's gonna rip open a portal in the sky at midnight and like, you know, nothing crazy happens. It's just a celebration of the first full moon of spring.
Foreshadowing.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
Alright. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to like ask or do in this time before like it's bedtime?
Nope.
Alrighty. Long day. You guys are wiped. You know, you get your complimentary meal. Booze is gonna be extra.
I'll just finish the day with some herbal.
Sounds great.
You notice the tea that they have at this tavern is like kind of bland and like earthy. He tells you it's a wood elf tea. He was like, never been a fan of it myself, but you like it. Here it is. But other than that, the night passes uneventfully. You see like there's like a growing energy about Grendich, as like if you go outside or like see people like coming in or whatever, like everyone's like pretty excited for tomorrow. Alright. Just a sec. So, you wake up in the morning, you smell the usual pancakes and coffee. There's like a lot of like energy outside. You hear like there's definitely like a lot of people that are starting to like, now that it's into the morning, there like people like, you know, running around the street, like kids and stuff, and like general like commotion of like a festival. But it is morning. You all slept without incident. You are all fully topped off. How the fuck are you?
Kiri would wake up with a lot of energy and excitement and kind of knock on Darrow's door and want to like go to the festival.
Just a moment. I need to do a little bit of preparation. I want to use a new spell that I've gotten called Augury. It is now in the chat. Oh, 25 gold points worth of bullshit. Can't do that spell yet. Well, especially marked sticks, bones, or similar tools worth 25 gold points. Yeah, I don't think I have that, do I?
Nah, not that I'm familiar with.
Not doing that spell then. Alright. Open up the door, I guess. Okie dokie, let's go.
Alright.
What, me?
They have just...
No, the Skulker.
Oh shit. Oh, I was already okay. Calling it hi. Hi-yo!
Alright, so it's really, it's nothing anyone will really notice. It's kind of like you catch, like, the wall a little bit, but you kind of just move the dresser over to kind of like...
So it's like that opening scene from the original Pirates where, the Orlando Bloom leans on something by the front door and snaps it. He's like, oh shit, in the trash can.
Yeah, just throws it away. It wasn't there to begin with. Okay.
Alright, it's morning.
Shit, I'm basically Jack Sparrow. Always drunk with a rapier.
So, you head downstairs, and the four of you are all here, and you see Bartleby, like, serving, like, drinks, and, like, there's more people here, like, the other patrons, like, sitting around eating pancakes, and, what's it called? You see some people coming in, some of them are, like, requesting pancakes and coffee. Like, coffee is, like, a gnomish thing. It's not really, like, found all over. You see, like, there's definitely, like, a good amount of business here, but it's not, like, overrun. And, like, it's interesting because everywhere is an attraction. No one particular place, as long as it isn't too big, is, like, overrun with people.
Right. So, some of the faces, or how many of the faces in here are new that have not seen us before? Or, like, that I don't recognize?
Basically all of them.
Okay.
You recognize the one guy at the end of the bar eating his pancakes who, like, doesn't seem to pay you much mind.
Okay, right. That, like, so, the rest of the people in the bar, are we going to be eating at the bar top or at a tabletop?
Up to you guys.
Or just some table. We've been sticking to tables.
Let's just stick with a table this time.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to, during breakfast, I want to keep a keen eye out and see how many people are staring or whispering about us. Or staring at me. But us. But really me.
Anyone who would like to may roll me a perception check. You have to believe in the breathing. It's the only trick.
Does this count as an enemy? Humanoid enemy?
Favorite enemy, mortal. Well, they're humanoid. They have 2 legs and 2 arms.
Yeah.
And they're not fiends.
Mortal enemy, being social.
So you notice that,
that's
like,
my mortal enemy.
You'll notice that, like, people coming in, like, there's a lot of different people. You see, like, a couple elves here and there, like wood elves, or you'll see, like, some dwarves kind of, like, stumbling about in gaggles, or, like, people who come in kind of, like, their eyes linger on you for a second, but, like, no one seems particularly, like, kill them or, like, bother them.
It's not like that stereotypical white mom who whispers to her kid, like, don't go near him. It's that bullshit.
There's none of that.
Okay. Sweet. I relaxed a little bit. So,
Breakfast goes on with that incident.
So, I guess speaking to the rest of the party, so, what's everyone most excited to try out? Do you guys want to stick together, or you want to... I think it might be best to kind of stick together today.
I want to make a basket for that boy at the whatever the hell.
Oh, the
At the magistrate.
Yeah.
yeah. What was his name again? He called it out. We didn't ask for it, but the guy called out his name. Do you remember, Kieran?
I remember it. If you guys want to roll me an intelligence check, I'll tell you, possibly.
Oof.
Well,
I wasn't there, so this makes sense.
Yes, it'd be the two of us. Okay.
I don't know.
Something with a B.
Yeah, lower than 10. Yeah, I don't remember.
Something with a B. You're not really too sure.
Oh, no, never mind. I had Burke written down. It's not Burke.
No, that was my guy. Shoppo. Yeah.
Damn. Scott was there. He would have been able to tell you like his height, like color of his hair, color of his eyes, like everything.
His blood type.
Yeah.
I'm really bad with names.
His mother's maiden's name.
Yeah, I'm not so good with them either. I mean, we didn't even ask for his name. We just heard the guy's name on our way out, which would make sense why we don't remember. But, you know, that's very nice of you to want to bring him something. Is basket weaving something that your people do during festival times?
No, I meant like I want to make a what? I want to make a basket and then I want to get a basket and like fill it with stuff from the festival, like alcohol and stuff.
Like a goodie bag.
Yeah.
Bring him like a goodie bag.
Bring the festival to him.
That's really sweet. It's like the you can't go out, but here's some of the festival for you.
Yeah.
That's really nice of you.
Yeah.
That is very nice of you, Kiri.
Might
Sounds
get
like salt
a
in the wound
sick
to me.
loot solo today from Scatha. Time will tell.
Oh, I have such a hard time imagining all of you, Scatha. I am gesturing to all of him, being able to control this tiny little loot. I think it's going to be marvelous to see. Have you ever played with other people before? Or mainly just solo stuff, Scatha?
He's been in any bands?
Yes. Well, you might get your time to shine. I was suggesting it might be easier for you to get together and like kind of join in with other people. But we'll see. I think I might try my hand at some gambling. I don't know if I'd be necessarily good at the marksmanship, but I could give that a shot too. I definitely want to try some of the local fruit. I love that western fruit that they imported at that other town we were in that I spent a lot of time in.
The Dory Dory fruit?
Yes.
Dory
Well,
fruit.
I know the name of the fruit. I was trying to remember the name of the town.
Yaxbend.
Yaxbend, yeah. See if they have anything else exciting over here.
Alright. We're setting our way about town.
Yes.
So I guess we'll do a pass around. We want to hit a little bit of everything, and I guess along the way we'll pick up some treats in a basket of some sort and stuff.
Yeah, I'll
by
just
the
pick
church.
stuff up along the way.
In character, I'd like to hit the sharpshooting and the drinking contests in that order.
Mhm.
Really?
I was interested
Drinking
in doing
contest is first.
I was interested in doing the sharpshooting also, but I don't want to do the drinking.
I'll take part of the sharpshooting. Also not drinking.
Hold on.
Also, I'm surprised you said that you want to sharpshoot before you go drinking because you said you're better aim with a little bit of alcohol in you.
When did I say that?
Well, we were in the caverns.
Spoken like a true alcoholic. That shit.
And I'm pretty sure Connor said the exact same thing. In response.
I mean, you can do both.
Oh, you mean when did I say that was spoken like an alcoholic?
Yeah.
In character. When did I say that?
I mean,
You
short-term
said that
memory.
to me like 5 minutes ago.
When did I ever say I'm a good shot? Let's start with that part.
You hear, like, over the sound of the commotion, there's, like, a voice that kind of, like, carries over the rest, and it's, like, a grand, like, sort of voice. You can tell it's being, like, projected in some kind of way. You're not too sure how. But there's, last call for the arm wrestling contest. 5 minutes.
Oh, Kira, you're strong. You want to try? Or maybe Skatha?
I would like nudge Skatha with like my arm against him. Like, let's go, let's try it.
Alright.
I just imagined this giant lizard-looking motherfucker going, okay.
Okay.
What's it called? So, you approach the town square and you see that there's like a large tent set up where there's like a bunch of different tables sitting around, and you see like a bunch of people wearing these like bright yellow shirts, and you see a guy holding a bullhorn who's also wearing a white yellow shirt, and you see like he's also sitting at like a table where what's it called, like he's taking entry fees and stuff for the tournament.
So I guess we'll approach, right?
Yeah.
Approach the table, get on the line if there is such a line. If there's not such a line, we'll go right up to the front.
Yes.
You see that most of the tables are already full. It's called. There's about 30-something people here and test their metal. So.
Oh, I do the. I will. I guess before going up to the table, I'll do the like, pretend I'm rubbing my eyes thing and cast thaumaturgy and lower them, and I've got normal looking eyes again.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess go up to the entry table person.
Mm-hmm.
Say, you have any room for 2 more? Pointing to the large lizard man and the bird person.
Yeah. It's gonna cost them 50 copper apiece, though.
Oh, that'll 50 copper apiece. So it's 10 coppers a silver.
Winner takes it all.
It's 10 coppers a silver.
No, it's
It's 100 coppers of silver.
Oh, so it's 1 silver per piece. Ah, okay. Here you go. I'll just throw this 1 silver down.
You'll cover their entry fee.
I'll cover their entry fees.
All right. So, you see that there's like a sort of a bracket drawn out on a piece of parchment that all the contestants are shown. Skatha, you're up against, for the first round, just like some average-looking human. You see he keeps on looking over at what like could be like some of his buddies, and like they're kind of just like laughing at him, like, dude, he's so hungry. And, like you can tell he's kind of like fucked up, like just I don't know, there to have a good time.
His friends are like, yeah, you can do it. He's like, shut up.
Here, you're also against a human, but he doesn't really seem like jovial or like he's not here with anyone. He's kind of just like very plainly, calmly, just like sitting at his table waiting.
He's just dead to be there. He just happened to.
Yeah.
Snap 2 sidelines, and Darrow has gone like anime chibi with a sign. Go Kiri!
Alright. So.
Oh, brings the sign down, writes on it really quickly in small. And Skatha!
Skatha, you're gonna be up first. So we're just gonna do this by rolling strength checks. And it's whoever, so like you both start in the middle, and then if you get him 2 in a row, you bring him down to the table. Whereas if you like get 1 and then he gets 1, you're back in the middle.
Okay.
So it's kind of just I think we've done these rules before.
Right, so it's the first to lead by 2, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Oof.
Oh.
Never
This
mind.
drunk guy just isn't ready for it, and you see like Scappa kind of just like pushes down on the gas a little bit, and like as the bicep flares up, this guy's arm just goes like thump, like down on the table. Next, Carrie, your guy kind of just like very calmly like looks you in the eyes and like puts his arm out and like clasps hand with you. I need a strength check from you also. Scappa's on to the next round. You see him like win his bout.
Yikes.
All right, this guy kind of starts pushing your arm down. He's got you going towards the table.
Ooh.
But you're bringing it back. After you. Ooh.
2 20s in a row.
Ooh. Now you got him on the ropes. Okay. All right. And with a resounding thud, you bring him down to the table. Both our heroes have made it onto the second round.
Woo!
You see now that like you've refined the group literally by half. That like a lot more of the people here, they're among the bulkier of the contestants, or like among the more rough and tumble looking of the contestants. I think she just has it toggled to advantage right now. But in that case, we just take whatever the first number is. Yeah.
Yeah. I could turn that off if it's better.
I mean,
That's all
I
good.
strongly prefer having the toggle that lets me choose it.
If someone ever, this is the way I rule it. If someone ever rolls like advantage or disadvantage when they had to just roll one, I just take whatever the first number generated is on the left or the right.
Yeah.
Right.
Or
We
on
have
the
the
left.
benefit of
Yeah.
doing that versus at like an actual table. If you roll 2 die, you're like, well, the first one that stopped was the 20. It's like, yeah, well, fuck you.
Take the worst one to punish them.
I had a DM that if you fucked up and rolled we weren't expecting, he said, all right, roll a d6. Okay, it's 6. Your roll's minus that.
Nice. Alright. So, we see Tyria's matched up against a dwarf, and Scappa's matched up against a fairly large human. Who would like to go first? Between the two of you.
I'm gonna
Actually,
let Scappa
let's
go
keep the same order.
Yeah.
Scappa, you're up first. Oof. Coming out of the gate strong. Oh, this guy puts up a hearty effort, but like very slowly you begin bringing his arm down to the table. Yeah, and in just trying to match your strength, he just like he tries, but eventually his arm just gives out, and he gives you like firm nod. He says like, "Well met." Like sticks out his hand to shake with you afterwards.
Slaps that shit out of the way.
Do storms shake hands with the drowned? As he like thanks you for your competition, and gets on his merry way. Scott has made it to the next round. Kiri,
Yes.
you're up against the dwarf.
Ooh.
Oh.
You see that he definitely like comes out of the gate strong, and you aren't expecting this much like torque like from an opponent, and he like brings you down, but he doesn't he doesn't bring you down all the way. He begins like pushing your arm towards the table. I don't want to just like one shot you. I don't know.
I mean, that one.
Right,
that's
that
fine.
one is a fail.
Yeah,
and that one is a
Isn't
fail.
necessarily an instant pass. Especially against an 18. Come on.
Yeah, I was gonna say an 18 is like a hardy resistance. Like I feel like it's got some bite to it. Oof.
Well,
But is it enough? And he kind of just like keeps his foot on the gas and sort of just like slowly, like steadily, just like brings your hand down to the table, and just like gives you a deep nod and says like, "You're an excellent foe, miss. Thank you."
To give him like a bow, like a thank you bow, and that's why.
All right. Kyria has been eliminated from the arm wrestling tournament.
Let's go, Scatha! Yeah!
We see Scatha now is up against the half-elf. And he's kind of got like a cheeky, shit-eating grin. He sticks his hand out to shake with you before the match. He's like, sup? How's it going? Ready to win it all?
Oh, it's just the last round?
Nope. So we went from 32 contestants to 16. Now there are 8 people left.
Gotcha.
Alright. You're up, Scatha. Okay. You both go, and like the bulk of your mass kind of just starts like weighing him down. He brings it back to the middle though.
Oh, consistency, but is it enough? It is.
Right, and you begin forcing him back down again. Oh, that might be the nail in the coffin. Yeah. No. You just bring him with a hearty, like, thud down to the table, and you see he kind of, like, loses his smirk for a second, but then kind of just, like, gets it right back. Says, like, well met, friend. No, I don't know. With a 24, like, I know it's going to be +2, so, like, if I just...
I know. I was just joking, like, but wait, what about the +2? Are you sure he did it already?
Morale crushed. Strength dropped by 4 points. So, the Boy Skulker has made it on to the semifinals. You see that there's actually a human here.
Scatha. I thought he just said Skulker.
I'm sorry, Scatha. I did say Skulker.
Okay, so I caught what Connor said, but he said it wrong.
It's the double S.
You did this last session once as well.
Just try playing 2 characters with D names back to back. My mind is a fucking mess.
Alright, so you're up against this like absolute unit of a human. He is he's built like a house. Like he's just like very sturdy, hardy human. Like could have been pulling fucking carts out in the fields with the oxen. Just looking at him. Alright. After you. Oof. Coming out of the gate strong. You see all the spectators that have kind of gathered to watch this, like, they see you all, like, bringing his arm down to the table, and there's, like, a hush that falls over the crowd as, you start getting lower and lower and lower. Ooh.
Oh, shit.
And you just, like, you see he begins, like, making, like, a rally against you. Like, he kind of starts, like, bringing it back towards the middle, and Scava just, like, with, like, almost with just, like, a certain, like, degree of decisiveness to it, was just, like, no. And just, like, ends the fucking match. Like, just, like, crushes the resistance. You see, like, the crowd, like, quiet for a second, and then people start, like, you know, applause, like, erupting, like, alright, like, Scatha, let's see it, like, let's go. Like, you see some people, like, no way, man, like, he's gonna lose in the finals, and, like, I don't know, people are picking favorites. Man very silently just, like, gets up from the table, and just says, like, he gives you a small bow, and just doesn't really say much. Walks away. The earth tremors beneath the shadow table. Alright, so, we've made our way to the finals, where we're surprised to see that it's not the biggest and strongest of the people that were originally in the room. It's just an elf. Wood elf. He looks just, like, very, like, blankly about the room. And he kind of, like, his eyes land on you, Scott, and he's just like, you are my opponent, yes? He doesn't return your smile. He's just like looking like very blankly at everything. And he's just like, well then, let's get to it, shall we?
I don't like this.
In the words of Connor, shit-eating grin.
Oh my god! Dude, and
this is what the crowd came for!
Oh my god, you see, like, right out of the gate, this elf, like, looking at him has a fairly, like, frail build, but like you feel like the resistance that goes into him like trying to like withstand your force, but like you just like are bringing him right down. His arm is like falling at like a pretty quick rate, and you see like despite his best efforts, he's like his eyes actually show like a bit of emotion. You kind of see he's like impressed almost by like the force that he's met with. The pressure is enough to cause nuclear fusion.
They don't know what that is. They know what coal and diamonds are. They're making diamonds right now.
How did you not 20 2 times in a row?
This is fucking
3 times
nice.
in a row now.
Look at the chat. 1, 2, 3. 3 nat 20s. Holy fuck.
Dude, yeah. Scatha literally just like pedal to the metal. He's got the fire in him. Like fucking Rocky when he gets on the roll. You know what I mean? Like yeah. The table itself like collapses under the weight of these two like and their elbows like pressing down trying to keep, and like Scatha just like with the final thud, you see the table just completely collapses. What's it called? And the elf like very like blankly kind of just like sort of like you hear the crowd going like nuts, and you hear like some people are chanting out like Scatha, 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 like roars out like, oh, let's fucking go, or like, you know, as he lets out a rage like howl. And like you hear like the true like people around you, like when you howl, everyone's going nuts. They're like loving it. They're like, yeah. You see like a lot of people have been drinking and shit. So like, I don't know.
It's quite the scene.
So, the half elf, or no, excuse me, the elf kind of just like, you know, maintaining his blank demeanor, kind of just like gives you a small bow and says like, what is your name, friend? I hope to someday be strong as you, Scatha. I mean, just thank you for your time. And he just like leaves, like very like gracefully, or like very like, I don't know how elves like move. They kind of like glide. You know what I mean? And just like exits the pavilion. So we see the dwarf walking over with the bullhorn. He's like, ladies and gentlemen, your champion! And he like gestures up at Scatha, and he just hands you the bullhorn with like,
oh, Jesus,
and just says like, introduce yourself to them, friend.
Connor, I can't help but think of Shade Scales right now and what he would say being handed a blowhorn winning things. I am Shade Scales, the smoker of good and killer of bad, lord of
Lord of how the fuck are you?
Lord of how the fuck are ya? Lord of Bladesboro.
Yeah. I don't even know what she's
One who picks brains.
Picker of brain. I'm Scatha on behalf of so. Wow, and like you see the dwarf like grabs the bullhorn back from you, and like the people hear that and they're like going like woo, and like you hear like the name chant like begin like Scatha, 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 and like you know like the crowd's getting worked into like kind of a frenzy. No one's rioting or anything like that. But people are like really gassed up after hearing you say that.
You give them like 3 more drinks, they're gonna start a riot.
The energy is there. It needs some kind of catalyst, but like without that spark, you know, it won't go up.
Right.
But
like if anyone ever watched Blue Mountain State, there's a certain limit that you get people drunk enough to where they're ready to riot, but if you cut off the alcohol right then they get angry. But if you keep the alcohol going, they drink themselves into a stupor and they no longer riot.
Mm-hmm. So, Scatha, you are handed the winnings of 16 silver, or would you like it in copper pieces?
Nice.
1,600 copper pieces, or 16 silver. Alrighty.
1,600 copper is kind of a lot.
16 silver.
Good job, Scatha. Great work. They should have given you a belt for that. Can I get my entry fee back?
I knew you were holding back when we were lifting that wine.
I knew you were holding back. Because you never know when you're gonna need pedal to the fucking metal 3 nat 20s in a row.
Oh, I just wanted the 1 silver back. I'm okay. You can hold on to that, and if we ever need it, you're the man. Very impressive work out there, though, by the way. That was astounding.
Yeah, dude. Yo, people are definitely gonna, I don't know. He might already be starting his own legend without you guys.
That's true. At this point, we're the side crew.
Yeah, with Flint and Scatha ahead, we're just the backup dancers.
Oh, shit. We're getting
He's
some
gonna
lewd
rip a
action, too.
fucking court. He's gonna
He's gonna play himself off the stage with the leader.
Make him roll performance.
Draconian folk tune. All right.
What a fucking hero.
People are loving it.
This man's just eating the stage.
And as, like, it starts, like, Scotha sort of just, like, strums up a note, and, like, all the people who were still gathered around, like, talking about what just happened, like, kind of notice that he's playing, and, like, the fact that it's him, they just eat it up. And they all, like, and he begins, like,
He's
almost like singing this draconian folk tune, and, like, as, like, it hits, like, the hook, you see people, like, don't know how to sing along, but people are, like, you know, clapping in rhythm with the music, and, like, sort of, like, cheering, and, like, what's it called? The group of them ask you to, like, teach them that song. Like, would you mind sticking around and teaching them that song? It was, like, a hell of a song. Alright. Hell yeah. So we see Scatha, like, he's now, like, instructing a bunch of people who have only ever spoken Common or maybe, like, Dwarvish in their lives on how to sing a song in Draconic. Like, it's a pretty interesting sight. And after the end of about 10 minutes...
If it's more than... Okay.
After the end of about 6 days, you see, after, like, 10 minutes or so, he goes through a round of the song with them, and you see they all kind of manage to, like, keep pace, and, like, they all are kind of, like, stumbling over the intricacies of some of the words, but for the most part, if someone who spoke Draconic and knew the song, like, was listening to it, they would recognize, like, what the fuck are all these people doing singing this song? And, yeah. Many people, like, who don't even introduce themselves to you, just, like, thank you, Scatha, and, like, you're the man, Scatha, and just, like, Scatha, oh, and, like, I don't know, just, like, people, like, clapping you on the back, like, shaking your hand, like, another 5 minutes goes by before people actually, like, leave you to your own devices.
Letting Scatha finish whatever last message he has.
Up next is the drinking contest.
I thought shooting came first.
Is there anyone interested in such a
contest? I guess there's a timetable as when things are happening, and I guess the timetable is the drinking first.
Okay.
I am more interested in trying my hand at the marksmanship.
Same.
Okay, hold on. No, Skulker's still sitting out drinking.
Really?
Standing by the coin he flipped earlier.
You are not going to drink for a modicum of the price that the liquor is going to cost? Really? I imagine the entry fee.
I don't know the quality of that drivel that swill they're trying to get us to ingest.
But you can make some coin.
Oh, I've got other ways to make coin. Besides, I drink to enjoy, not to win.
True. That's true.
It's
It's been a few years since I've taken a funnel to the mouth, and I don't think I necessarily want to do that one again.
There's other uses for a funnel to the mouth, but let's not get into that.
So we're watching the drinking contest come and go?
I mean, Skulker's gonna eye it with some like, okay, but what are they drinking? Does it look good? Can I get some of that after? Like, is it gonna be cheap on sale? You know, probably not, because I mean, beer's marked up to hell like any sporting event.
It's actually mead.
They're drinking the good shit.
Okay, out of character,
Go get you some.
I am like aroused right now. In character, couldn't really care. Because actually, like IRL, I'm drinking mead right now because that's what I do when I play D&D. Is I drink mead.
Mead is so good.
Like a wood elf mead. It's infused with like juniper and shit like that.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
Right.
Is mead good?
Tell me more.
Yeah, mead is delicious.
Do alcoholics like wood elf mead?
I think I introduced Connor to mead like 2
Yeah,
weeks ago.
Sean introduced me to mead IRL like 2 weeks ago, and it was fucking awesome.
Fire.
It's like a
Mead is
treat.
delicious.
Like, I'm not much of a drinker, so like I can drink a beer, and like there are some beers that I'll actually enjoy, but I won't go out of my way to drink like more than one of them. Whereas like, I'll gladly take another glass of mead.
I think
I'll take
Connor.
him. I'm not
like,
much of a
one
drinker,
last
but
thing.
I'll take
Connor
mead any day.
drank one glass of mead, and then went up to the bar. Was like, "Can I get a 6-pack of this?" And they're like, "We don't have any more of that left." Oh, okay. Came back.
Yeah. I tried. What can I say?
I know.
I tasted one sip. I was like, all right.
What?
You're like, "Oh, this is amazing."
Cup of mead. All right. For 24.
Yeah, whatever. Like if there's a container.
No, you're standing like along like the perimeter of the festivities, and you kind of see just like there's like a wood elf like carrying a tray with like a lot of goblets on, like passing them out to contestants, and like as you're kind of going by, you kind of just snag one off the tray. It's fucking delicious.
Oh, you mean I didn't even need to magically have my invisible mage hand do it from a distance of 30 feet?
No, that's not really stealthy, a floating goblet of mead. I imagine Skulker would probably just snag one that wouldn't grab much attention.
Fair.
Alright.
Can I like purchase like a goblet of it to walk around with? Because I feel like that's very Ren fare, is to walk around with a goblet of mead. And this is kind of basically actual Ren fare.
Do you have any like bottles of it, or something that I could put in the basket while I'm collecting shit for this boy?
Oh right. You're making a goodie bag.
Yeah. Magistrate.
If they have like, you see, they have like a small tent set up. Like there's like the head of the like. I don't know what to call it. Almost like the head of the room, but it's not like a room. It's like a pavilion. But like the place like that would be considered up front. You see like on the side of the tent that's outside, but like branching off where all the meat and stuff is coming from, they actually have a small little storefront set up.
Word.
A goblet is going to cost you 9 copper.
That is fine with me. Holy shit. I was supposed to have 11 silver, not 1 silver. Okay, so
bottle's going to be...
Make that 10, make that 100. 100 copper is 1 silver, so I exchanged a silver for a copper. Hey, Connor, quick accounting question. You don't actually want to, like, role play through money exchanging, right?
If you want to, I'm down. If you're not looking for it to be the star of the show, we'll just move on past it.
Okay.
Oh, hey, what's your fucking name? Oh, I'm NPC D47. Nice to meet you. Like, how the fuck are you?
Spell that out phonetically.
Right. It's like, I'd like a goblet of, I'd like some mead, please. That's going to be, it's 90 copper. I only have a silver. It'll be a silver then. No.
Like, if you tell me, like, I want to haggle with him on the price, I'll be like, all right, I'll make you roll something.
Call me the bundler.
Oh, my God. And... so it's going to be 9 copper for a goblet. It's going to be 18 copper for a bottle, but there's about 4 goblets worth in a bottle.
Okay.
You see the goblets aren't really valuable because they're designed to be like hand out and just never seen again. They're like very simple wood goblets. They'll sell you a mini cask, which has about 10 goblets in it, for 40 copper. And then for a cask, they'll charge you like probably about a silver a piece.
I'll get a bottle of it.
All right.
You said
It'll
18?
be 18 copper. Yes, please.
Meta, I like how Roll20 is like, oh, you're adding a new item? You must have it equipped. Like, no, this goblet is not equipped. What?
Primed and ready.
I mean,
Throw it
technically,
up on
I
stage.
guess it is, like, impromptu fight, I'm gonna need an action to draw something, or this goblet is equipped. Yo, what are the stats on this goblet?
Unarmed attack, it's like 1d4 plus your strength mod or something.
No,
if you're
no,
proficient.
no. Not
Plus
that. How
1
much does it-
plus
how much
strength.
does it weigh? Wait, what?
How much does it weigh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think a unarmed
Like
or a
a
improvised
pound?
weapon is 1 plus strength mod.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're the
Same with just punching someone.
bar fighter, unless you're like the bar fighter feat, which allows you to do 1d4 for improvised weapons.
Just like a
Tavern
wood
brawler.
goblet? Or is it made out of some cheap metal?
No, it's like wood.
Oh, yeah.
Like designed to be like not seen
Yeah,
again by
metals.
them.
I'm gonna start carving
Yeah.
shit.
So
into
you
it.
said it was 9, so I'll tip 1, so I'll deduct 10 copper from me holds.
Alright. Thanks you. Contest comes and goes. Surprise, surprise, a dwarf wins. And you see like they kinda like carry him off the stage and like it's the same what's it called? No, forgive me, I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing in my notes. So you hear like a call over a bullhorn like,
Oh, around the middle, I would say around halfway through the round, I'll say to everyone, everyone who wants to do marksmanship, we should probably go sign up now. That way it doesn't fill up. And then we'll go back and watch.
Let's do it.
alright. So the marksmanship contest is at the edge of town. Takes you a couple minutes to walk there. What's it called? You're able to register for the contest though, and what's it called? So the rules are for this marksmanship contest: you can bring your own weapon, supply your own ammo.
Oh.
Kind of same as the what's it called? They'll supply the target and they'll take care of like the dealings of like taking and giving money and such.
Oh. So I have martial
Would you
weapons,
like to rent some
simple
equipment?
weapons. Possibly.
So,
How much would that
can I
cost?
enter with my bow?
Yeah,
you,
totally.
you have a
It
weapon.
costs you 50 copper entry fee.
Okay.
Same
Yeah.
as the rest of the contest.
I'm interested in this contest as basically a way for me to try out a ranged weapon. So
As long as you don't mind being embarrassed, we'll rent you quiver, bow. We'll need it back at the end.
oh yeah, for sure. I'm definitely not going to try to steal it.
It'll cost you 25 copper on top
Is it
of your 50 copper registration fee.
Short bow or long bow?
Short bow.
Okay.
I have
I
a
have
longbow
proficiency.
on me.
Mm-hmm.
Weapon, simple weapons, simple ranged weapons.
Yep.
Short
Short
bow.
Mhm.
Aha.
Are crossbows allowed?
Marshall. If you have one and
If you have one,
shoot
you
with
can
it.
use it.
Yeah.
I do not have one. I just know how to use them. No, I'll also rent a short bow then.
All right, that'll be 75 copper.
What? The same price? That's highway robbery.
Oh, an entry
kidding.
fee plus an equipment rental.
Javelin.
Javelin counts.
Okay. Really? Okay.
Yeah,
What about-
I mean, it's ranged. They're kind of like, you see like the two guys working the booth kind of like look at each other, and like one of them, they kind of like shrug, and one of them just says like, I mean, he's throwing it, isn't he? And the other guy's like, yeah, I guess you're right. All right, 50 copper
wait,
entry
so
fee.
Daggers would also count.
Yeah, you could throw knives.
Skulker perks.
Granted, you see the range that's been set up, and what's it called? There's definitely some of these targets where knives would not be your friend.
Knives are no one's friend. That's why I use them. No, I'm keeping the short bow.
100.
Yeah, see, longbow is 150, 60 heavy, which means it uses strength. Short bow.
Longbow uses strength?
Well, it's heavy, so you need to have a minimum strength modifier in order to use it.
I think that just means...
Oh, small
it's
creatures
size.
can't use it.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's size.
Yep. My
think
mistake.
Small can use it with disadvantage?
Yes, that is true.
Okay.
I was going to say, my rangers have been getting severely gypped.
Right.
If they can use strength on a longbow.
Everyone knows the feeling.
Yeah, short bow is 80, 320.
Yep.
Holy shit, that's a long disadvantage range. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should make my artificer. Okay, never mind.
So everyone in the
So I
party is
deducted the
currently entered,
75.
right?
Yeah, I guess everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Everyone's lined up with their bows and their arrows in the ground at their feet. Skullcrest fucking javelins jabbed in the ground at his feet, and he's got one ready to go.
Yo, can we like retcon Flint into this next week?
Nah.
Come on.
No.
No, he just
I
left.
actually had something written for him being seen here with his pistol, like making such a scene, you know, as a pistol among bows. would.
Everyone's going bang.
Yeah, pretty much. But he's not here. He's what's it called? I think he said he's seeing Endgame tonight with his
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah.
Something like that. So yeah,
A fair reason.
he will start
Alright.
the ball for this one.
Pokeball.
All right. So, the first round of contestants is really, it's just like everyone has a target that's set up 10 feet away from them. It's like amateur, like archery type shit, but it's here to weed out the people who don't really belong here. So,
Yep.
anyone who doesn't make 6 or more of their shots is disqualified. You see there's about 60-something people here lined up taking this contest right now. Different kinds of weapons. You see a couple crossbows here and there, some longbows. Same, like, you know, multiracial, like, you know, humans, dwarves, elves. One gnome all the way down at the end.
You always have a gnome. Always there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
So-
who goes first?
Yeah, it's kind of up to you guys if you want to roll for it or whatever, but we're just going to do this one at a time for the sake of simplicity.
Do you want me to roll my bow?
Well,
I'll just roll a
I
flat
just rolled
D20.
a flat D20 to figure out who goes first.
Okay.
Oh, to go. Oh, okay. Yes, not first.
Alright, so we have Kiri,
Kiri, Dara,
Darrow,
Skulker,
Skulker, Skatha.
Skatha, the crowd favorites.
Skatha the legend.
The first seed going last to build up the hype.
Alright,
Watch,
Kiri,
he's just gonna blow us all away again.
roll me 10 shots.
How much that? 7?
Yeah, that's 7.
Huh. Welcome to the second round.
Yeah, 2 went
yeah,
wide.
that's 10.
What makes it? What gave that away?
I mean, one of them gave itself away.
Yeah, no, one of them was that giveaway. Yeah, you make it in. I'm not gonna divulge how many you made in, as to avoid speculation for the armor class of these shots. All right. So, should have written the order somewhere that wasn't gonna get.
Darrow's next.
10 rolls at a time.
Kiri, Darrow, Skulker, Scutha.
Got it. All right, Darrow, you're up.
Okay. So I have added the shortbow item to my inventory.
Same.
It
So
was just
I add proficiency plus dex. Yes. Actually, if I do... bullshit. Okay. 1, 2...
Ooh, does he make it?
In just a sec. By the skin of his teeth. It comes down to like the last shot needs to not be a miss, and he lands it.
I'm getting used to how to hold a bow with my horns in the way. I keep a couple of the times I pull the string back and let go, it snap on my horn like god damn it.
Alright, Skulker, you're up.
So, can the bunny help me?
No.
Even if I
Yes.
quietly have it get her to the other side
So
and take
the
a moment
aid
to use
action
its perception?
is it's pushing itself in a beneficial way to attack another target. The bunny can't help you at range.
It can't help you at range. Even if I have it go next to the target. I mean, it's just a frickin' bunny with a horn on its head. Who's gonna notice?
An ethereal
Okay.
blue bunny next to the
It's
Everyone's
up to
gonna
DM,
notice
but I
anything
think
blue
in
bunny.
combat, I don't even know if you can get advantage on ranged attacks without being stealthed.
10. Oh god. Oh no. Shit. Oh shit. This could be close. No, I think I'm good.
Hey, you're fine.
Ah.
Yeah, dude, you only had I had 3 nat 1s. Like, come on.
No, I know, but I forgot what we've established the lower bound on this is.
We haven't.
We
Well,
will.
it's probably a 10.
It's below 13. And
Stop
only
it.
knowing that.
You're up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
Plus 7 to the jab. I imagine he chucks the javelin and blasts the fucking target away. And he's
gonna
like, come
say-
on, put it back up.
The target is like Swiss cheese by the time he's done with it, but Scatha passes very convincingly. Alright. So we see now that about half of our contestant pool has been eliminated. Here's where the challenge begins. They break you up into groups. What a coincidence, all 4 of you are in the same group. 2 groups of 16.
Hunt the other group.
What?
No, sorry. What?
You said you're in the other group?
No, he
I-
said
No,
shoot
no.
the other group.
I'm guessing the objective is hunt the other group. Like, oh, they put the 4 of us together.
Let's just throw javelins at each other.
Medieval paintball. Yes.
Alright. So,
May luck be ever in your favor.
there's 3 targets set up here. There's 1 at 10 feet, 1 at 30 feet, and 1 at 50 feet. The goal is to land. So each of the targets is a certain amount of points. So I'll type this out for you. 10-foot target is 1 point. 20-foot target is 2 points. the 30-foot target is 4 points. Actually, no, it's 3 points. Fuck it, we'll keep it linear. Your goal is to rack up the most amount of points possible.
I'm going all for 30s. I have no
You're going
disadvantage
all for
at range.
30s.
What's... Can I ask the meta question of what's the difference between each of them? Like, the difficulty...
It depends on whatever the weapon you're using, what its normal disadvantage range is.
Yeah, and for short bows, that's not until 80 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no...
Okay.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Connor. There's no reason not to go for range one using a short bow.
Yeah, I mean, it has a higher AC than the one at 10 feet.
Oh. I was just thinking advantage, disadvantage.
Mm-mm.
Not AC. And how many points do we need to have?
You're just going the bottom half of point, like, accumulations are eliminated.
Oh.
From the group.
How many shots do we have?
10.
Okay.
All for 30.
Okay. Before I do what I want to do... Okay.
Roll a d6.
Why do I need to roll a d6? Fuck you.
Because you rolled without saying what it's for.
Well, I was rolling for my own benefit to figure out if Dara was intelligent enough to use Sean's brain.
Okay, that's... No, I yeah, whatever
I do
roll
that
wisdom,
sometimes because I overthink my characters, and I'm like, okay, let me actually apply their fucking intelligence bottom.
No, that's cool. I roll wisdom to check, like, wait, am I gonna say this dumb joke or not? Oh yeah, dumb joke in character.
Alright, so we'll keep the same order. Kiri, you're up first. You gotta call your shot. What's it called? You're just going all for 30, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Called shot, that's disadvantage, you liar.
I don't impose a disadvantage on my range weapon attacks.
Let him rip. 10 shots.
Let's go. Come on, where's that breathing? Let's go. Where's that breathing? I could just feel Lucas, like, hyperventilating in the theater on your behalf.
Wow. Yeah. Alright. So, with, let's see. 27 points. Kiri is a hardy contestant for the next round. Up next is Darrow.
Okay. So, I'm going to be a bit slower because I'm being strategic about this. So, can I ask you to tell me if I hit things after I shoot, or do I need to say... Okay.
And
you want to call them out one by one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going for longest range first.
Okay.
Okay. You don't need to say anything about that one.
You're nice.
Again, no. Okay, so I missed all three, right?
Mm-hmm.
For 30 feet?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do 10 feet.
Two hits.
Okay. So I've used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of my shots. Fuck. Okay. Middleweight. And last two are middleweight.
Okay.
Yep.
So your grand total is...
No, I got 0 long range, and then I did... So I did the first 3 long range, and then I did, I think, 3 short range.
Yeah, and
then I went...
4 middle.
Middle, yep.
Alright, 7 points.
What did Kiri get? 23?
27.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, Skulker, you're up.
Tough break, Darrow.
Still learning.
Strategic. I'm gonna spend the first 5 on the middle, and the next 5 on the long range.
Okay.
As much as I want to get competitive with Kiri, this is just don't get eliminated. MXC 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
4 hits. So you're
4
at
hits.
8 points right now.
All right, and
Wow.
then we're going for long. Damn. Okay. So what? 3 hits?
Probably 1.
2 hits. So let's see, that was 8 plus 14 points total.
All right.
All right,
Yeah, I'm
Scott,
gone.
though, you're up.
All long? Yeah.
All along? Hell yeah. He doesn't fuck around. Oof. Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah.
27.
Gotham moves on. He's got 27 points.
Okay.
Kieran gave him a little
I'm
fist
out.
bump. Little fist bump.
Wait,
Just
so-
gather.
Does Skulker move on?
Skulker,
Skulker's watching the rankings.
roll me a d20 and call it high or low.
Fuck you. Yeah, okay. Can I use Mage Hand to interview with other...
The crowd's going nuts for Scatha. He does it
Hi.
all.
Nope.
I'm sorry, my friend. You do not move on to the next round.
You want to get another drink?
Skulker's just like, I avoided getting wasted for this. Boom. Oh shit, your drinking has been subsidized. Have a good fucking time.
Yeet.
Alright, so we're splitting the party.
Well, I mean, we're gonna go get around and then come right
We'll get a
back.
drink
and,
nearby and
watch.
come back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's gotta be someone peddling something nearby.
I'm going
You like
to the
wine?
Rangers to
Festival.
watch.
Wine is the closest thing. You want anything else, you're gonna have to walk a little further.
I'll do.
Alright.
Are there any dessert vendors?
There's one pastry vendor.
I'll take one of those too.
Alright. Wine and a pastry, give me 10 copper, please.
Absolutely, sir. Done.
Alright.
Slide our hand, it didn't happen.
Well,
Are you gonna try and steal another goblet from the place that's like pouring drinks into them and handing them out?
It's not
Apparently
so
that's-
much
no, hold
a
up.
ton of people that are being passed out mass quantities of drinks. It's like one dude with like a barrel filling cups, I think.
apparently that's too far away, so I don't want to miss the competition, so we'll table that for later. And Skulker don't want no wine.
Alright. So, we see now that our two groups of, what's it called? Our two groups of 16 have now been cut down to about, roughly 16 people. Who would have thought? So, the rules for this next round are basically the same, except you get 15 shots to accumulate the highest amount of points total, and there are targets set up at
60, 80, and 120.
Oh, I gotta return the short bow, don't I?
You.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have to, though?
I mean,
I return it.
I'm not going to tell you have to, but you might become a wanted criminal.
I mean, do you really want a hot pink short bow?
Yes, become a wanted criminal, sure.
Yes, these are your targets set up. You have 15 shots. Actually, mind
yes.
if we kept it at 10 for simplicity?
Yeah, no, let's keep it at 10.
Oh, you cool with that? Alright, cool. So, let the round begin. Kiri, you're up first.
I'm going for 120s because I don't get disadvantage.
Okay.
Go. Do it! God damn! Same bonus. Where were all these shots when I needed them? High! Low! Fuck you, fate.
Rangers, man, they just get it.
That's our band name. Fuck you, fate.
Alright, so let me make sure I'm counting this right. Alright, Kiri acquires 60 points for herself.
Damn. That's some rootin' tootin' shooting there.
He's all going for 120. I think, what's the javelin? 3120. So you're gonna have to roll disadvantage if you're going for the 120 one. Only because javelin range is up to 30 feet is normal, and then anything inside of 120 is disadvantage beyond 30.
That's some high AC for only 60 points.
Wait, 60? Which target were you shooting at? The 70 foot?
On 120. So they're 12 points each.
Oh. Right, you have a longbow.
Mm-hmm. That and I don't
Alright.
do this much.
Go for it.
Wait, don't start yet. I want to do the math.
What? Alright, let's see. Skulker, or, blah, that happened again, fuck. Skafa acquires 21 points for himself. So, I'm gonna roll one random NPC doing this. Alright. Okay. Kiri,
Mm-hmm.
congratulations.
Yay!
You have won the marksmanship contest. Pretty convincingly. At
What?
that.
I just won? I thought it was gonna be another one. Where it looks like
Yeah.
left. Nice.
Oh, that was the final round. It was just the, the longest target was available. You see most people weren't even going for that one. A lot of people were going for the 70. So, like, you actually gathered a bit of attention for yourself by, like, just
So
nailing
people are like watching her, and it's like, oh, she's shooting for the long one. Bang! Oh, she's not gonna make it. Bang! Can't make bang. She's bang. How can she bang? What the fuck?
Yeah,
How
no,
did she even
pretty
load
much.
that thing? Look at that.
So, give me just a sec. This was... Alright, so... So, I'm gonna do it like this. I realize that
the way I set this up, the prize pools for these two contests weren't like equal. Like this one's literally more than double. Skatha, would you be cool with receiving another 16 silver on top of what you already have?
You could just say less people.
I'd rather give more than take away. So Kiri, congratulations on winning 32 silver.
Jesus.
Alright. So up next, there aren't really as many like events for the rest of the day as more of like the beginning is all like the contests and things like that, and the rest of the day is more spent like drinking and wandering, like enjoying like the festivities and such.
Skulker drunk yet?
I want to make sure that I get
Skulker
like
drunk yet?
to get more like meats and pastries and like a basket to put it all in, so I get to go to mansions.
Hey, Skulker.
Who?
So, Skulker.
Who?
Since Skatha didn't win the second competition, but he made his final 6, so people might be buying drinks. So you might want to stick around him, and you might get free ones too, because he might say, "Oh, buy a round of drinks for the guy and his friend." I'm gonna go with Carrie to make sure that we get this basket for her friend.
Who are you?
See you later.
Nice to meet
People
you.
are buying Skatha drinks. What's it called? People are all like, what's it called? Like, you're getting, especially now that people realize, like, Skatha and Kiri are together, like, you guys are kind of like celebrities. Like, you're getting attention everywhere you go. Like, you see, like, people, like, where you'd expect, like, humans and, like, you know, like, people from, like, outside of your homelands to kind of, like, regard you with a sort of, like, disdain or hesitation. Like, people, like, greet you openly. They'll greet you by name and give you, like, a small, like, salute or a bow or, like, a nod of the head or, like, I don't know. Some people will, like, talk with you longer than you want to talk with them, but that is all the,
That's not new.
the price of being fucking good, I guess. So, what I can offer you now, if anyone is interested, is gambling.
I don't
didn't
even
win as
know
much
if I'd be
money,
good
so-
with gambling, so
Yeah, let me just gamble all those 0 winnings that fuck.
Okay, so gonna need some help here, Connor. If you can remember, in my lifetime, if I had been exposed to that kind of a circuit before, or if I had been exposed to different
Do
things.
you know what gambling is?
I do. I don't know if he does.
Yeah. Totally.
so meta check. What kind of
So there are
Rolls.
2 options here. You can play. So there's like a bunch of tables set around. You see, there's like dealers basically, and like you see people are like playing a dice game with dealers. They like a one-on-one kind of dice game where like the house has money and like you put your own money up against it, and then you play dice, and whoever wins the wager, either the house gives you money or the house takes your money, basically. You know, standard gambling procedure. There's also a roulette wheel if you're feeling lucky.
I can't tell if that's a let's fucking do it or a you chumps laugh.
No, that's I have a shit rolls. Fuck that.
I've been saving
Laugh.
all my good
Oh.
rolls for this goddamn moment.
Yeah.
Or I could cast Mage Hand from a distance and help someone else on the team.
And possibly get us thrown in jail.
Hand's invisible.
I suppose that's technically true.
Unless like someone has like Arcana, because they expect
Yeah.
it in this
You're
world.
offered money if you want to go play.
Who's being offered what?
Darrow
Scappa says,
The
Darrow and
non-winners.
Skulker, I'll stake you 2 silver each if you want to go play.
Oh, fuck yeah, free fun.
I mean,
So you playing dice, or you taking a spin on the roulette wheel?
I'm gonna put a
Dice.
silver in the roulette and see what happens.
All right, you got to
I'm
call your
much
number.
more the hands of faith kind of guy than a calculate.
wait.
Pick a
What do you
number.
mean call your number?
So literally like roulette. Call a number.
You know, like,
Yeah,
Like,
you
can I do evens,
Yeah, exactly.
odds, or call a number?
so you can do evens or odds or call a number. Yeah.
Mhm.
So you got to
I'm
call a
gonna do
number
odds.
between 1 and 32.
Odds.
All right, roll it.
Rolling a 32-sided die.
Yep.
Oh, that's a -4, not R.
All right, what you calling?
That's an even.
All right.
Not get that one.
Thanks for the silver.
Oh. You
Okay.
put both silver on the one.
I put
call?
one
No, you
silver.
put 1 silver.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm doing it again. 1 silver. Odds. You never change, even if you fuck up. God damn it, I did it again. There we go.
All right, you gain your silver back, and you get an additional 50 copper on top.
Gonna let it ride.
Still odds?
Uh-huh.
All right. You now
Okay.
have netted a silver out of this endeavor.
So, wait. So, I had a silver down. Got a silver back, so I had 2. I put 2 down. And did it again, so I had 4, right?
Wait, hold on.
No. You put 1 down, you lost 1. You put 1 down and 1, you got a silver and a half back.
No.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Because the first one you lost the silver. So the second
Yes.
one, you put down your second silver, and you got back a silver coin and 50 copper pieces.
Oh,
And
this
he-
is bullshit.
No, and he let that ride. So he let 1.5 silver ride.
Yes.
So,
So
2.25.
yeah.
I don't. Okay. Yeah, sure. I'm pulling out. I don't like this game.
You're 25 copper up from where you started.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna. Yeah. Cool. I won a thing. Okay.
All right.
It's not
All
the
right,
standard
let's-
rules for roulette. I'm confused, so I
Let's,
had my fun.
let's go lose it at this other table.
I don't do much casinoing and stuff like that.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I actually play roulette, so I know the rules of roulette. So that's not the standard rules of roulette. So I'd rather not fight about it and just say, "Cool, I won some things. I did some die. Yay! Let's do another thing."
How much would you have won standard rules, out of curiosity?
So, to keep it simple, just the rules of black and red. If you put 1 down, you double your winnings. So if I put 1 down on red, if I put $1 down, I win back what I put in. So I would have 2. So if I let it ride and put in
I'm down
2,
with that.
I would then have 4. And then if I take 2 back and put another 2, I would then have 4 again, and I had 1 4 off of my original 2. But I already pulled it back, so let's go to the dice game.
I like those rules better, to be honest.
I mean, that's what it normally is. But
Literally.
All right, so lost a silver, gained 2. Now you have 4 silver. Okay.
Right.
You still pulling out?
yeah,
All
I
right.
already made my call. Let's go to the dice game and see what's going.
You made your call under
Alright.
different rules, though. That's the question.
Yeah, I know.
So the dice game is played with 3 6-sided die. So basically, the rules are as follows. You roll until... So, first off, if you roll a 1, 2, 3, you automatically lose. If you roll 4, 5, 6,
you automatically win. Trips is a score. So, like, let's say you roll, like, as example, your score would be 5. If you roll XXY, your score will be 3. So any, like, 1, 3, and 6, like, that won't get you anything. So you basically roll until you get a combination that gives you a score. And when the other person gets a score, then the match is decided.
Oh, you keep rolling until you get a combination of 2 or 3 things.
Mm-hmm.
If you get 3, that's the number versus the other person. And if you get 2, then the odd number out is the number versus the other person.
Mm-hmm. Precisely.
Unless you get 1,
Okay.
3, or 4, 5, 6, 6.
So yeah, what I don't quite follow that part.
So
Wouldn't
if you...
the 2, 2, 3 lose automatically?
No.
No.
1, 2, 3. If you roll like 3 dice and you get 1 and 2
literally
and 3.
in
Yes.
order.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, ordered or unordered?
No, I mean, like, order of operations is, like, still kind of, like, the same. Like, if you roll a 1, a 2, and a 3, in the same roll, you lose. If you roll a 4,
Okay.
a 5, and 6, you automatically win.
Okay, I meant, yeah. Okay, so a 2, 1, and 3 counts. Okay.
Who'd like to go first?
He's the only one doing it.
All right. How much would you like to bet?
Let's start simple. 50 copper.
Okay.
Subtracted.
All right. My score is
Shit.
5.
Shit.
Alright. You make a silver. Well, the 50 copper you got back plus the 50 you won.
Oh, Skulker having too much fun. Let it ride. 1 silver down.
Okay.
Am I facing the same guy?
Yep. Yeah, it's just a dealer. My score is
Shit.
6.
Oh, can I heckle him? Damn. Wait. What did you say about trips? Just it is what it is.
It's a 3.
Mhm. All right. Thanks for the silver.
All right, 50 more copper.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta figure out what.
My score is
15
6.
minus. What? You couldn't at least wait for me to roll? Blackjack dealers wait for the players to play.
I don't know. We've had this order going. Figure.
God damn.
Thanks
All right.
for 50 copper.
Last 50.
All right.
I'm rolling first.
Go for it.
I'm on to you.
All right. Your score is
Good
5.
enough.
It wasn't good enough the last 2 times.
It's a tough world out there, kid. The dealer says as he rakes your coins in. Thanks for stopping by. Also, in case anyone is curious, this is a dice game in the real world. It is called CeeLo.
Wait, what?
This is CeeLo, if anyone has ever heard of it.
I figured you'd based it on something real. With rules like that, I was like, ooh.
So
This
you
is
took
homebrew.
the
This could
dice
be
game from
wildly-
real world, but you came up with the roulette game on your own? Okay.
So, I already knew the dice game, in my defense.
DM wasn't willing to do research.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much. Figured, like, alright, yeah, you got a 50-50 shot, you get a 50% return on your investment. And I was like, hearing your rules, I was like, fuck it, what do I stand to gain? But, like, I don't know.
Well, I stuck with whatever your shit was, so I had 2.25 silver.
Nah, you 4. I'm overriding that shit. That's my mistake. There's also, like, other festivals and stuff in the future. This isn't the only place you'll find gambling. So, like, feel free to tell me what you don't like, and, like, I'll improvise and adapt and, like, overcome, you know.
Before I feel like a dick,
What's
I'm looking up exactly what the roulette rules are.
Yeah, I was gonna say, next time you can shoot some craps. Lots of
different areas have their different styles of
You'll
gambling.
be paid 1-to-1. So if I put down 50, I gain 50.
Yeah, that's how you said it was.
Yeah. So if I put down 1, I gain 1, so therefore I now have 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. So you have 4, right? With the rules you did?
Revised rules, yes. Original rules, 2.25. And that confused me, so I drew out. So I'll stick with that. Next time we play roulette, it'll be in rules.
Okay.
I'll give Scott his 2 silver back and say thank you. I won 25 copper. It was fun.
All right. So, unless anyone else has anything they'd like to do, that's going to be all I can run through.
Yes. The last thing.
I was going
to wants to go give her basket of goodies to her boyfriend.
What?
Okay.
Not boyfriend. Just a.
So
in character.
Darrow's jealous.
Tsundere.
So you roll in at about.
I'm only slightly intoxicated and mostly confused by how gambling works. Leave me alone.
So you roll in at about like 4 in the afternoon. It's like the festival isn't going. You guys have wandered around. You've seen a lot of like meats. You've gotten a lot of free samples of like meat and fruit and like small like pastry type things. Lots of things being handed out for free. Small like tiny sips of wine being handed about in these like weird like paper kind of cups. Like rice paper cups. What's it called? You enter the magistrate and you see the same like guy who's sitting there yesterday just like scrawling away at the parchment, and he kind of like looks up at you and he recognizes the two of you. He says like, hi.
I walked in with her and then stayed by the back door with the greaser 1 foot against the wall, arms crossed, just chilling.
Total Snake's rule.
Darrow's jealous. How much would you charge me for the basket?
So all in all, I'd say you probably put about like 80 copper into making this thing.
Okay.
No, the look on Darrow's face is not the pout of why am I here? It's the smile of, oh, she's so cute.
So he recognizes you. He doesn't see many bird folk around these parts. He says, hi, miss, how may I help you?
Well, I mean, you were gonna be stuck inside all day and seemed bummed about missing the festival, so in the name of my party, we put you together a little gift so that you don't miss out.
In the name of my party.
You see, he kind of like takes him a second to process like what it is you just said about him, and you see like a single tear roll down his face, and like a second later he just is like openly like sobbing in his chair, and like he accepts the basket from you and like rests it down on the table and like just like wraps his arms around you in like a bear hug, and just like sobbing and like thanking you, and like begins telling you that like his wife has left him recently.
Aww.
Like he's been getting put through the ringer at work, like he hasn't been having a good go of it, and like this simple act of kindness that you showed him like turned his life around basically, or like he's been feeling like he doesn't really matter for a while, and like this kind of made him feel like he does, you know.
Oh.
Aww.
I was thinking this is like some 16-year-old kid.
It's a
Like,
lot
wow,
to
he has
reveal
like
often.
a wife that left him. I've imagined like a half balding man now.
Oh, he is 16 and half balding.
Wife leaving him.
Humans have short lives in this era.
Yeah, I would have, I would tell him that, like, I would basically, like, console him about everything and just be nice and give him a hug back and tell him to enjoy.
He's gonna kind of like look over his shoulder at like the door that you heard open yesterday, and from the table, he's gonna take like a small box that has like a clasp over like the it's got like hinges and then like a small clasp to keep it closed. He unclasps this box and like takes out like a small pendant and hands it to you. And it's basically just 2 crossed swords with like a dark, like a black background, and he says like, this is and he kind of like composes himself and like, acts like he wasn't just crying his eyes out. Present this emblem to anyone who belongs to the Ascalon military. They'll recognize you as a friend. Like,
Thank
should
you.
you ever be, should you ever need to request entry to somewhere, like, this isn't military clearance, but it's like a PBA card,
Yeah.
if you will.
So it's like you donate to the New York City Police Officers Association, and they'll give you a donor card. You get pulled over and you show them the donor card, they might let you off.
Yeah, this wouldn't get you out of big trouble, but if it was like something that might have been a mistake and like it could go either way, like this might help push it in the good way.
Big Trouble. That's her name. This won't get you out of our team. Big Trouble.
I will thank him and bow my head kindly to him and wish him a good evening and luck with the rest of his endeavors.
He thanks you and wishes you the same. You see, when he sits back down in his chair, he actually has a posture now, whereas before he was kind of just slouched over his desk.
I'll just hold one hand up in salute, and then as I go.
Can I ask him about his name again? Because he never said it to us.
Murder.
Huh?
Murder?
Murder.
Oh, Berter.
Berter.
Okay. Thank you.
Alright. And I think this is where we will call it.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thank you guys for coming out tonight. I know, what's it called? I know
Fight
we
me!
talked about,
Fight me!
You want one more go at it? Alright. Watch me roll the 4, 5, 6. Nah. Alright. Congratulations.
Skulker can sleep tonight.
Plus
He won in
0
his
coins,
mind.
Plus 1 validation.
He still has a bunny. He'll be fine.
That's true. Alright, so we'll pick up next session with you guys entering
Closing
the tavern.
ceremony?
Yeah, I like the sound of that. We'll start next session with our closing ceremony of the festival.
I mean, there's got to be a fireworks display or a dance or something.
I mean, not gonna lie, I didn't have anything like that planned, but I mean, I have a week to plan now. I'll totally come up with some
Exactly.
shit. Expect
make it
more
fire.
of the adventuring shit next session. I know we had talked about our characters have been in the Underdark, we wanted a bit of a break from the fighting for our lives type thing. So I hope this was a nice break from that. Expect to see more of that vein of shit though that we left next session.
Alright.
Cool. The festival session is always
All right, it's a nice little breather.
Mm-hmm.
Win some shit, lose some shit.
Get confused over the rules of roulette.
Yeah, splitting skulls and lopping domes. Pretty fucking much, dude. Not to mention, you guys made quite a fucking name for yourselves today.
Yeah.
We don't even have a name for ourselves.
At this point, we're going to be called Scatha and Party. Scatha's a fucking G.
The Nameless. That's pretty sick.
That is pretty sick.
Scatha, Kyria, and the
like
backup
the Who.
dancers.
So you're calling us the Who? The Who?
Those guys. You know, those guys. That one guy that fucking wrecked, and that one girl that shot all the shit. Those guys. How are you? Those guys.
Alright. Thank you all for coming tonight.
No, thank you.
Connor.
Presents. I will keep in touch. Next week's work schedule, I haven't seen it yet. I know May isn't usually too crazy, looking at what's been done in the past, but I won't know for sure until later in the week.
Alright, fair. Best of luck to you, to all of you.
Thank you. Take care, guys. Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Alright, you guys, and that will be it for us today. Have a good morning, evening, and a night, depending where you're from, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.